Welcome everybody to Crisler Arena as the University of Michigan Wolverines take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State is ranked 8th in the nation. Michigan is ranked 22nd. It's senior day. My name is Chris Pickler alongside Teddy Gutkin. Teddy, what can we expect out of this really, really big rivalry game here at Crisler?
Well, Chris, you said it. This is one of the biggest rivalries in all of college sports, maybe all of sports, period. Whenever these two teams get together, we know we're going to be in for a battle. We're going to be in for a war. I think we're going to see an incredible Big Ten contest today.
Teddy, what can we expect out of the Ohio State Buckeyes? They're on the road. They're the 3-point underdog. Who are they going to have to rely on to get this win?
Well, when you talk about Ohio State, you have to talk about their Naismith Award candidate. Keita Bates, he averages 19 points per game on the season, 20 points per game in Big Ten play. He is the best player on this team. He's a senior, incredible leader. He missed all of last season with a stress fracture, but he's come back to become the front runner for the Big Ten Player of the Year. If Michigan's going to win this game, they have to stop Bates D up.
Here we go as we do have our lineups, our starting lineups for the Wolverines. It's Charles Matthews, Xavier Simpson, Isaiah Livers, Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman the senior, and Mo Wagner the junior. On the other side, it's Jay Sean Tate, Keita Bates Diop, CJ Jackson, Caleb Wesson, and Cam Williams. Oh no, excuse me, it's the other Wesson brother, Andre Wesson.
And Andre's a pretty pesky defender. His stats don't really show up in the box score, but he's a tenacious defender, especially on the perimeter. I expect him to maybe match up against either Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman or Xavier Simpson. Could be a great matchup.
Cam Williams started 11 of the 15 games they've had in the Big Ten. He is their three-point shooter, 46% from the three-point line. He's going to start on the bench. The Wesson brothers are going to start as they announce the Michigan lineup. It's dark. We got a lot of flashlights out. This is a pretty high.
Hear that correctly? The driver in his career looks like he might be starting today.
Austin Hatch, of course, lost his parents both in 2 different plane crashes. He was in the plane for both of those, and years ago, he's a senior today here on senior night. He's not listed as a starter online. We'll see if he actually does start for the Wolverines. Like you said, he might have 5 minutes in the past 3 years.
And even though what he doesn't have in minutes on the court, he makes up in heart. This entire team loves him. We saw the way they embraced him when they were announcing the seniors for senior day. He is one of the vocal leaders on this team. They rally around him. He's just an absolutely incredible story, and to see him get this moment is, I don't even have words to describe it. It's just amazing.
We'll see whether or not he actually starts. Like I said, we've got right now in front of us the starting lineup with Matthews, Simpson, Livers, Abdur-Rahman, and Wagner. They may have just introduced Austin Hatch, maybe not as a starter, but we're going to find out pretty quickly to see if number 30 is on the court.
And what an incredible moment it would be if Hatch gets to not only start this game, but maybe get a point or an assist. I can't even imagine how this crowd would react.
Mo Wagner running around the team huddle right now. He's getting really pumped. He is their leader on the court. Who knows if this is his last game in Crisler Arena, as he might actually be going to the NBA next year.
And I completely agree, Chris. He's averaging 14 points and 7 boards on the season. A lot of people have him pegged as maybe a late first, early second round prospect. I expect him to leave, but in the 3 years he's been here, he's given this Michigan faithful everything they could have asked for and even more.
I remember his freshman year, he was the 3rd string behind Doyle and
was it Martinell? I want to say.
And he averaged a point a game. Now in his junior year, he's the starter. He's the big 3-point shooter that the Michigan Wolverines need. He's the leader on the court.
Actually, I'd have to disagree with you there, Chris. The leader on the court is senior Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman. He's one of the team's leaders in points, rebounds, assists, easily their best defender. He's hit clutch shot after clutch shot for this Wolverine team. Senior, he's the vocal leader. He's the leader with the way he controls himself on the court. This team loves him. They rally around him. I think if this game comes down to a clutch shot, Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman's taking it.
We'll find out as Ohio State's players are on the floor. Michigan's still in the huddle. And we'll find out whether or not Hatch is going to start. And he's not listed on top of the scoreboard right now.
But it is a little bit odd that Xavier Simpson's listed here, but he wasn't introduced on the video board, which leads me to believe maybe they wanted to do this as a surprise, potentially. Like maybe even Hatch didn't know this was going to happen before tip-off.
Well, we're going to watch him walk out on the court right now, and Xavier Simpson is walking out on the court, and he's going to be starting. It will not be Austin Hatch. The seniors for this Wolverine team, Duncan Robinson, Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman, Jaron Simmons, and
Austin Hatch.
Austin Hatch, thank you. It's like, who am I missing right now? This is Michigan basketball, says Jalen Rose. We're about to get started. And it is a hype environment. It is sold out. This is a full, I've never seen Crisler Arena like this.
Chris, I feel like we're watching a playoff game right now. This is absolutely incredible. People that say Michigan's not a basketball school, listen to this.
This is amazing. Mo Wagner is going to go up with Andre Wesson at center as the ref brings up Gene Steratore. Of course, he reffed the Super Bowl. He's here tonight. He's reffing.
And Michigan fans remember what happened the last time he was here in that Purdue game. Safe to say, Ann Arbor citizens aren't the biggest fans of Gene Steratore, but Michigan wins the tip.
And we are underway. Mo Wagner wins the tip. It's Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman going left to right, and we'll find out what happens as the Wolverine faithful are on their feet cheering. Xavier Simpson's got it, top of the key, gets it in the corner to Wagner for three. No good, short. Oh, it almost went in off the bounce. No good, and the rebound's going to go to Tate.
And I really like the aggression there by Mo Wagner. We've seen him a little hesitant to take those corner threes. He's become a little more confident in that shot as the season's progressed. Seeing him have that quick trigger right away, it's a great sign.
Tate's got it, top of the key, gets it to Jackson right wing. He'll go inside to Andre Wesson. Wesson works against Wagner. He'll post him down. Still posting him down, and he loses the ball, and it's going to be a steal by Charles Matthews. No, it goes out of bounds, and with 5 on the shot clock, Ohio State will take possession.
It's actually his brother Caleb who's the better post-up player. Andre only averages about 2 points a game on the season. Caleb averages, I believe, 12 or 13.
He's averaging 10.5 in the Big Ten play. Here we go, Jackson brings it in. This is Caleb. Tries to get it over to Jackson. He can't. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Michigan ball.
And listen to this crowd, Chris. We're up in the booth. We can hear them as if they're standing right next to us. This is great. Absolutely incredible atmosphere.
Simpson's going to bring it up for the Wolverines. He works against the younger Wesson. Gets it to Isaiah Livers, right wing, over top of the key to Wagner. Wagner left wing, Charles Matthews, over to Abdul-Rahman, top of the key, gets it to Wagner. Wagner works against Wesson. Dribbles around to the left wing, hands it off to Isaiah Livers. Livers from the free throw line, no good. And the rebound's going to go out to Charles Matthews has it, and they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to be Ohio State possession with the possession arrow. Not sure about that one. It looks like Matthews had the possession. They call a jump ball. It's going to be Ohio State ball.
It's a pretty questionable call, Chris. I thought they were going to call a foul there underneath. Instead, they call it OSU basketball. I didn't really see a fight for the ball. I just saw contact around Matthews.
Jackson has it, hands it off to Bates Diop. Bates Diop to Andre Wesson. Wesson to Jackson, left wing. He works against Xavier Simpson, gets a screen from Tate. Now Tate's got it inside. He's going to post up on Charles Matthews. He's going to go inside. Got Charles Matthews in the air. It's up, and it's good off the glass, and it's 2-0 Ohio State.
Jason Tate loves that pump fake in the post. Matthews has to stay strong when he brings that out.
Simpson brings it up as the go. No good, and the rebound's going to be tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll go to Ohio State. Wagner tipped it up, but he tipped it out of bounds, and it's going to go to Ohio State.
I'm a little bit curious about the shot selection right now. Michigan's so great at getting in the lane and finding some open spaces when they drive on some driving kicks. Instead of just swinging around and shooting it the first chance they get from beyond the arc. This isn't really the way Michigan usually plays. Start a game, usually they like to play a little bit more formulaic and wait for things to develop.
Jackson's got
like they're rushing it.
It's going to go off of his shoe. It's going to be Michigan basketball. Great defense there by Xavier Simpson.
And remember, Xavier Simpson didn't start the first game against Ohio State. The starter was Eli Brooks, a freshman. Hasn't really seen much playing time since. Simpson's taken over as the leader of this Michigan offense. He's much maligned by the fans most of the time, but he's really stepped it up.
Wagner's got it behind the back. He lost the ball. Otherwise, he was going to do what he did to Tate over in Michigan State. Wagner's got it off balance. They thought there was a foul. They didn't call it. It's going to go to Ohio State. Bates Diop has it left wing, works against Isaiah Livers. Now he'll go inside. He's stuck. Tries to get it out, and he's going to throw it away to Xavier Simpson. He's going to bring it up all the way. He'll be fouled from behind. That was Andre Wesson. And Xavier Simpson, struggling at the free throw line this season, will shoot 2.
46% from the line. Easily last on the team. We saw him collide into the Meyer sign at the side of the basket.
So we'll see what Xavier Simpson can do if he can get the Wolverines on the board. 17-17 to go first half. Ohio State 2, Michigan 0.
And you know this crowd's holding their breath.
Absolutely. Here we go. First free throw up, and it is good. 2-1.
And look who's checking into the game, Chris. It's our old friend, Andrew Dockich.
Andrew Dockich, and the boos are raining in for Mr. Dockich, the former Michigan Wolverine. He is in. Jackson is out. The second free throw is up. It is good. Whoa, who saw that coming? It's 2-2.
Even a broken clock's right twice a day. Great effort at the line by Simpson.
Tate brings it up right to left, works against Charles Matthews, hands it off to Bates Diop. Diop works against Isaiah Livers on the left wing. Top of the key to Wesson, over to the other Wesson on the right wing, Andre. Inside to Tate, he works against Charles Matthews, he's backing him down. He's got the double, gets over to Wesson. Dockich's pass was almost out of bounds, but they saved it. This is going to be Bates Diop for 3, no good, and they're going to call a foul on Ohio State. It's going to be Michigan basketball.
And look what Matthews did.
Excuse me, they're going to change the call. They're going to call a foul on Michigan. It's going to be on Charles Matthews. It'll be Ohio State ball.
You can hear the crowd. They're anything but satisfied with Gene Sterator's performance so far.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. There was a scrum for the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Matthews. Not exactly sure I agree with it. It doesn't matter. And Andrew Dockich is going to bring it in for the Buckeyes with 4 on the shot clock.
Wait, why isn't the shot clock resetting to 20?
Yeah, they should reset to 20, but there's a 4 on the shot clock right now. They're trying to figure it out. Now it's going to reset to 30. They're going to get a brand new shot clock after the foul, and Dockich will trigger it in. Gets it into to Tate. Tate over to Wesson. Wesson inside. Oh, he gets the steal. Mo Wagner has the steal. He's going to bring it up for the Wolverines. Now Drew Ruckman's got a head of 3, didn't take it. He'll go inside. He works, now gets it to Mo Wagner, right wing. He wanted to pass it. He's got a 3, didn't take it. He'll go inside, and he'll get a reverse layup, and Michigan leads 4-2.
And a fantastic move by Mo Wagner there. Great ball fake. Lane was wide open for an easy 2.
Tate's got it over to Wesson. Wesson inside to his brother. He'll go up, off glass, good over Mo Wagner, and it's 4-4.
There's the finishing ability of Caleb Wesson. He ranks number 6 in the Big Ten in efficiency on post-ups.
Isaiah Livers has it right wing. He works against Bates Diop. Gets a screen from Wagner over to Xavier Simpson. It's stolen by Andrew Dockich, and he's going to go all the way to the basket. Oh, he missed the layup, but Bates Diop is right there for the putback, and it's 6-4.
Great effort by Simpson and Livers to get back on defense, but somebody's got to be under the basket there for a rebound or a potential offensive board.
Top of the key, Abdul Rahman's got it with 17 on the clock. It's a screen from Wagner to the right. He'll go inside all the way. Off glass, no good. It was just too strong. Dockich gets the rebound. And they're going to boo Dockich every time he has the ball. That's pretty clear.
They're almost treating him like he's Kevin Durant coming back to Oklahoma City.
Tate's got it from the free throw line over to Andre Wesson, to his brother Caleb. No, this is Bates Diop, excuse me. He's going to get the double. Gets it to Dockich right wing over in the corner to Andre Wesson. Wesson inside to his brother Caleb, and Wagner, great defense.
Tremendous defense from Wagner.
They're going to bring it all the way up to Abdul Rahman. Puts it up. It's good. They could have called a foul there. He was on the ground, but it's 6-6.
And look at the way Michigan was able to push that ball in transition. That's been a bit of a weakness recently in the last couple weeks. Ran that fast break to absolute perfection to get the easy 2 for Abdul Rahman.
Andre Wesson and Andrew Dockich. I don't even need to say Andrew Dockich's name. When you hear the boos, Dockich has it. Bates Diop had the 3, didn't take it. Said he's going to go inside, put it up with the right hand. No good. But they're going to be wide open, and it's 6 Ohio State.
That's the 3rd offensive rebound Michigan's given up. They have to be more tenacious on the offense.
Xavier Simpson has it, gets it over to Abdul Rahman, now left wing to Charles Matthews, who works against Tate. Back to Xavier Simpson. Over right wing to Mo Wagner, Michigan waiting for their first 3. Top of the key, Charles Matthews hands it off to Abdul Rahman. Back to Livers in the right wing. Hands it off to Mo Wagner. Wagner puts it up, it's a long 2, it's good! And we're tied 8-8.
He got tripped up at the end by Caleb Wesson.
No call there.
Fall to the ground as he was trotting back on defense.
Duncan Robinson and John Teskey getting ready to come in as Ohio State goes on the other end. They can't finish. And, oh, wow, they missed a foul on Xavier Simpson. Michigan.
And that foul was clear as day. I'm not sure why they didn't call that.
Gets it inside. Now Matthews had it left wing. He's going to go inside. Gets it to Xavier Simpson. Top of the key. 3. No good. Oh. The rebound's going to go to Bates Diop.
Xavier Simpson shoots about 33% from 3 this season. Not the best three-point shooter, but that's a shot he's got to take, and usually he has to make.
Bates Diop is going to go inside, and they're going to call a foul on Isaiah Livers. and there's going to be a timeout on the floor. 13:42 to go, first half. We are tied at 8. And folks, I just want to remind you all that WCBN is having a fundraiser. We can't do anything without you guys. We greatly appreciate it. If you want to call, put in $1, $2, anything, we would be greatly appreciated. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. If you want to call, please call 734-763-3500. That's 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor. People are standing by at the phones getting ready to talk to you. I will say that number again later on in the game multiple times. And anyway, Teddy, we got a good game going on.
We have a dogfight, Chris. This feels like good, hard-nosed 80s basketball right now. It's physical. Refs are letting him play for the most part. Neither team seems ready to cave early.
Yeah, it's and what I find interesting, every play, every time something good happens for Michigan, it's just collectively, this is huge for the fans and the players. They can feel that. They can sense that. Michigan, the 3-point favorite. They need everything they can get here at home.
Absolutely agree. And if they want to come out of here with a victory, they need to start boxing out on the offensive glass. They gave up 2 of the easiest shots I've seen Ohio State get all season on offensive boards. They have guys like Mo Wagner and Isaiah Livers underneath, and they've barely done anything on the boards. They have to be a little bit stronger down low as a fan shooting contest. They have to be way stronger down low. They can't let Ohio State get easy opportunities. We've seen what they can do on the offensive end. Giving them easy buckets like that could come back to haunt you later.
It's overall, Michigan is not a good rebounding team. They've never been a good rebounding team.
Not at all.
As long as I've been alive, they've been a really poor rebounding team. And Ohio State, just the opposite. They're very good at getting rebounds. Tate already has 3, Bates Diop with 2. And right now for the Buckeyes, they're really getting everything they want on offense. And for Michigan on the other side, haven't made a 3 yet. They're 0-3. They've played a little sloppy on offense. They've had a couple turnovers. But overall, I mean, the Wolverines have to be happy with the first 7 minutes.
I agree, but I think what they have to do is they have to get back to the John Beilein offense. It seems like they've been slacking a little.
Does that mean shoot a lot of threes? Is that the John Beilein offense?
I mean that, but also one of the biggest things about the Beilein offense is waiting until a little bit later in the shot clock, usually around like 10, anywhere from the 10 to 5 second range. Let the shot clock wind down and wait for the play to develop. You can't try and make the play yourself. You need to wait for the plays to come to you. John Beilein's one of the best offensive tacticians in the entire country. We've seen how efficient his offense can be. It doesn't seem like they're really sticking to the game plan early on.
Well, we saw on that Mo Wagner right wing long 2 when the clock was going down, they found the right shot. Obviously, you never ever want to see a long 2 put up because, I mean, you might as well just go back a little bit, shoot the 3, or go inside. The long 2 is kind of an awkward mid-range shot. That time it fell, and the Wolverines got lucky and tied it up.
I think the emergence of Duncan Robinson and Jerron Simmons right now from the bench is really going to help kickstart this Wolverine offense. Simmons was an incredible distributor last game. Robinson had those 3 consecutive 3-pointers in the span of a minute.
All right, we're back.
Diop's getting into the line.
Bates Diop's at the line first. Oh my
goodness.
He barely hit rim. That was awful.
Looks like Charles Matthews. Oh my God.
Michigan comes out with Matthews, Simmons, Abdul-Rahman, Teske, and Robinson. Ohio State comes with Jackson, Dockich, Andre Wesson, Young, and Bates Diop. The second free throw is also short. My goodness, Mr. Diop. That was awful. Michigan gets the rebounds. They're tied 8-8. 13:35 to go first half. Charles Matthews has the top of the key, hands it off to Abdul-Rahman, gets a screen from Teske. He'll put up a 3. No. The rebound. Ohio State.
From the foul that was changed from Ohio State to Michigan, potentially.
Wow, that's a
very questionable call, though.
Jackson just let it go out of bounds. It's Michigan ball. It's Jerron Simmons, the point guard. He's got it. Takes a screen from Teske. Right ring Abdul-Rahman with 7 on the clock.
They have a huge mismatch with Teske on Andrew Dockich. They're not looking at him.
Simmons going to go all the way inside, put it up off glass, no good. And the rebound is going to go to Teske, but the shot clock is going to go to 0, and it's going to be Ohio State basketball.
I thought maybe I saw the ball get a little bit of rim at the end of that shot.
I thought I saw the ball hit the rim too, but I guess not.
Because you could see Simmons was a little bit relaxed. He wasn't rushing to take that shot. He didn't realize until the last second.
Of course, if it does hit the rim, the shot clock resets. It didn't. Dockich has it. He'll go inside to Jackson, over to Jackson, excuse me, in the corner for three is good. That was Young. When I said Jackson the first time, Young to Jackson, Jackson the three.
Jackson's a really solid three-point shooter. Shoots 38% on the year.
Teskey's got it top of the key over to Charles Matthews. Matthews back to Abdur Rahman. Teskey top of the key. Teskey looking to give it up. Now over to Abdur Rahman. He rolls right to the top of the key. Over to Matthews. Matthews is going to go inside. He'll be fouled, and he'll get the foul.
And what a finish by Matthews. He changed his angle in midair and somehow got that to go off the glass and in.
Matthews makes the basket, gets the foul, and they can tie it here with a free throw.
And almost looked like he was trying to go for a dunk and change in midair to a layup attempt. Unbelievable effort from Matthews.
As Dockich comes out, the boos rain. In for him is it's going to be Williams, their three-point shooters. Charles Matthews misses the free throw, and it'll be Ohio State ball up one. Jackson brings it up. He works against Simmons. Gets a screen from Young. Didn't do anything. He didn't shake. Gets another screen from Bates-Diop. Now Bates-Diop has a three. He passes it up to Williams. Williams now goes inside for two. It's good, and Ohio State leads 13-10.
Williams missed 3 of the past 4 games with a leg injury. Back today, he's averaging 7 points in the Big Ten this year. Could be a huge X factor.
Simmons has it to Abdur Rahman. Gets a screen from Teskey. Gets stuck, now goes right wing to Duncan Robinson. Robinson dribbles inside, now he's going to back out, get it out to Charles Matthews with 10 on the clock. This is what you were talking about, they're using the shot clock. They want to use it now inside to Charles Matthews. Tried to get it to John Teskey, but Teskey wasn't looking, it's a turnover.
Yeah, right idea there, they just couldn't execute it.
Bates-Diop is going to drive on the other side, he draws the double. Now Teskey backs off, works against Duncan Robinson. He does draw the double. The ball is on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. Now it's going to be Michigan basketball as Mo Wagner is ready to come in. It won't matter because we've got a timeout on the floor.
With that timeout, Chris, do you want to mention something?
Did I tell you guys we have a fundraiser? Did I mention that? Because, folks, WCBN has a fundraiser. We greatly appreciate it. If you have $2 to spare, please, loose change in your pocket, 37 cents. Well, it has to be at least $1, so not 37 cents. But, folks, we just greatly appreciate everything. I can't give you... multiple times today, and I know Cody and Emily will as well in the second. 763-3500. Operators are online right now. They're ready to take your call. They'll do anything to get your money. Please, if you have a heart, please give us $1 or $2. Thank you so much. Anyway, 13-10, Ohio State on top, 11:26 to go. It'll be Michigan basketball. And what have you seen so far from the Wolverines?
Well, I've loved their tenacity on the defensive side with the exception of those 2 offensive rebounds. I think they've held the Buckeyes in check, especially Keita Bates-Diop. But I'm a little bit shocked that you haven't seen Jordan Poole come into the game. He's usually someone that Beeline turns to try and get the offense going, especially from 3-point range. We haven't seen him enter the game just yet. Wouldn't be surprised if he starts after this timeout.
Yeah, Teddy, I'd like to announce that Jordan Poole, that Poole is going to come in the game.
We got a pool party.
We got a pool party with Wagner, Simmons, Abdur Rahman, and Robinson. Ohio State will counter with Tate, Jackson, Williams, Young, and Caleb Wesson. It was really interesting to see Andre Wesson starting the game. That's not really expected. He's only started 4 games in the Big Ten season out of 15.
I think what that may have been is a response to the injury to, hang on, I'm looking here, to Cam Williams. Williams missed 3 of the past 4 games. He only played about 15 minutes in his return against Penn State on Thursday night. I think they're just trying to ease him into the starting lineup and maybe give Wesson a little bit more time to get his feet wet before tournament play.
And it's really interesting to see 0 of 4. Michigan hasn't hit a 3 in the first 8.5 minutes. That's just so crazy. They're known to be a 3-point shooting team.
Yeah, but they also haven't really gotten the looks they've wanted. They've only had 1 uncontested 3, and it was from Xavier Simpson. He's a bit of an average 3-point shooter. They had 2 contested 3s in the corner. Abdur Rahman had a contested 1 too, I believe. They just need to get back to that Beeline offense, like I've been saying, and spread the floor and find those. Absolutely, and I think Matthews rushed that shot a little bit. Maybe he was thinking about potentially driving through some contact to get some free throw opportunities. Looked like he hesitated there. Just didn't have the confidence to make that play.
as we're getting ready to come on out. We gave you the lineups and what it's going to be. Jordan Poole, the Poole Party, is coming out for the Wolverines, the freshman. He's really going to be the future of this Michigan basketball team.
Him and Isaiah Livers are going to be the building blocks for Beeline's program going forward, and fans couldn't be more excited about what these freshmen are bringing to the table.
It's going to be really exciting. As Gene's territory is ready to go, Abdur Rahman is going to trigger it in to Simmons. Simmons staying in the game, and we are underway. 11 and a half to go first half. Ohio State up 13-10.
I'd look for some pick and pop action with so many three-point shooters on the floor.
Jordan Poole's got it now. He'll go inside to Wagner, who will put it up off glass. He gets the shot blocked, and it's going to go to Jackson. Jackson brings it up for the Buckeyes, gets it out to Young. Young is stuck, trying to get it inside to Caleb Wesson. He will. Mo Wagner is on him. He's trying to get rid of it, and he does to Tate. Tate works against Simmons. Hands it off to Williams. Williams, their three-point shooter. That's the fake shot clock. That's not an actual shot clock. And they're going to call a foul on Mo Wagner. And Caleb Wesson is going to go to the line and shoot two.
It's a questionable foul there. That was similar to the Isaac Haas play at the end of the Purdue game. Looked a little bit ticky-tacky. Not really sure that's a call you need to make, especially this early in the first half.
We'll see what happens. That is Wagner's first. And Wesson's going to go to the line and shoot two. Getting kind of loud here in Crisler as the first free throw is up, and it's good. And it's a 4-point game.
Caleb Wesson this year is shooting 76% from the free throw line in Big Ten play. For a big man, not bad.
Not bad, as he's going to take a dribble with the right hand, bends at the knees, puts it up, no good. Wagner's got the rebound, he'll get it to Simmons, and Simmons will bring it up for the Wolverines. Simmons to Duncan Robinson, Robinson top of the key, Wagner left wing, Poole. Had Robinson down low, they didn't get it to him. Abdur Rahman's going to reset. Gets it to Wagner, over to Duncan Robinson. Robinson wants to shoot the ball left wing, hands it off to Poole. Poole's got it. He's got a three. Jordan Poole for three. It's a 1-point game. Here we go. Jackson's got it. He works against Simmons. He runs around to the left wing, hands it off to Williams. Williams gets the screen from Young. Now he gets the double. They get it out to Young, top of the key. He's trying to find somebody. Still trying to find somebody. Can't find anybody. Now he hands it off to Tate. Tate was going to go in, but he backs out with 8 on the clock. Now he's going to back down Abdur Rahman.
He's got to watch for that ball fake.
Yeah, off the glass, no good, and they're going to say it's out of bounds. Michigan basketball with 9:59 to go, first half.
Great job by Abdur Rahman to stand tall there and make sure that Tate couldn't get the shot he wanted. Great defense.
That was great defense, and Michigan looks to get their first lead of the game, I believe.
It's been a long time coming.
9:54 to go in the first half. Michigan needs a basket to get the lead. Wagner's got it, top of the key, works against Wesson. G's trying to find somebody, takes the dribble, now he gets it to Simmons. Simmons works inside, nice pass,
and there's the lead
by Simmons. Wagner dunk, and Michigan takes the lead.
And that's 6 points now for Mo Wagner. He had 27 against Michigan State, rising to the occasion again in another huge rivalry game.
Jackson's got to get the screen from Wesson, and Mo Wagner's going to get the steal. Can he save it before it goes out of bounds? Behind the back pass to Simmons. Simmons tips it, but it's going to go to Williams.
It's still loose.
Now it's loose, and they're going to call a jump ball. Great job by the Wolverines. And Wagner's getting the crowd up.
Oh my goodness. And just, the crowd paints the picture right here. You can hear them through our headsets. Mo Wagner pumping them up. You could have sworn he just hit a half-court shot. This crowd is absolutely electric.
They're going to call a jump ball. It'll be Ohio State ball. And yeah, just let the crowd do the talking for the second. My goodness. Great job from the Wolverines. Charles Matthews will come in for Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman, who will sit down, the senior.
And a lot of the time Wagner's criticized for not being nearly as active on loose balls. I don't think you can say anything about that now. There was an unbelievable effort.
Jackson has it against Simmons. Gets the screen from Wesson. Now he's going to back off. Bates Diop has it, left wing to Williams, inside to Wesson, who works against Muhammad Ali.
Got to stay strong here.
They'll go inside. Wagner was hit. He went down. He wanted the foul, didn't get him, and they'll put up the basket. It's good. Ohio State leads by 1. Simmons brings it up left to right for the Wolverines. Out to Jordan Poole. Poole's going to reset. Back to Simmons, way deep out for the three-point line. To Wagner, top of the key, over to Simmons, left wing. Simmons is going to drive inside. He's stuck. Tries to get into Charles Matthews. They lose the ball. It's going to be Jackson with the steal.
Charles Matthews struggling a bit on the offensive end. Not many highlights for him.
Jackson's going to go in at the free throw line, take a 2. air ball, no good. The rebound goes to Charles Matthews.
He had all the space in the world. I'm shocked that Chow was that short.
And they're going to call a foul against Williams, who is really working against Charles Matthews, and it looks like Simpson and Teskey are getting ready to come in for the Wolverines.
And just listen to the hand that Wagner's about to get
here
from the
we
crowd.
go. Dockich is in the game for Jackson, and we'll let the crowd do the talking again there. There's the boost for you. They're going to trigger it into Teskey. They'll get it out to Jordan Poole, top of the key, 3, no good, it's long. Robinson tried to get the rebound, couldn't. The rebound goes to Tate.
Robinson may have gotten away with an over-the-back foul there.
Tate gets a spin move inside, can't finish. Charles Matthews gets the rebound. They'll go up to Poole. Poole's going to go inside. Nice Euro step.
It's a Poole party.
Good. It's a Poole party. Michigan leads by 1.
The future of Michigan basketball on display right there. First of many fantastic finishes we're going to see from this freshman.
Dockich has it. He's on the Michigan end by the half court, and there's the boost for you. He works against Xavier Simpson. He can't shake him. He's stuck. Dockich is stuck. Now they get it out to Bates Diop. Bates Diop hasn't done much today. He's going to roll inside on Duncan Robinson. They're going to call a foul off glass, no good, but he's going to go, no, it's going to be on the floor. He will not go to the line and shoot 2.
And I'm sure he's happy about that after what happened the last time he was there.
7:34 to go first half. Michigan 17, Ohio State 16. Teddy, can you remind me, did I tell them about the fundraiser? I did.
I'm not sure you did. Tell them again just in case.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Of course, it's the WCBN fundraiser. It's fun. Get it?
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me, and it's for anywhere and anytime at all.
Down here in the Deep Blue Sea. Exactly. And folks, there's a fundraiser. We greatly appreciate your dollars, your cents. Once again, it has to be at least $1. I don't want your cents. But $1, that's all you have. If you appreciate our content, please give us a call, 734-763-3500 to donate. All we ask for is $1, $2, $3 to keep this content going. Of course, we just sent Jeremy Parks and Alex Drain to Tampa Bay, and they broadcast about 40 softball games down there, which is
and they ate at Chili's.
And they ate at Chili's, absolutely. That's their big thing.
And we actually have a couple other trips that we'd like to remind our listeners about. In 2 weeks, Michigan baseball is going to have their first broadcast of the year. Myself, along with Max Brill, Teo Mackey, and Austin Falco will be there for a 3-game set against Lipscomb. And thanks to the money we raised at the fundraiser last year, we're able to go on this amazing trip. So
absolutely.
It means so much to us, and it really helps us build our station.
Absolutely, and it really helps with the travel, with the airplane to Tampa. I got to go to Indiana, I got to go to Purdue, and I got my room taken care of. I got to go to Chicago and call the Northwestern game. It's been really awesome, my 2 years here. Of course, this is my last broadcast. I don't do baseball or softball or anything, so this is my final broadcast. Thank you guys so much for listening, and yeah, we love your money, and it really honestly goes to a good cause. We can broadcast, and students in the future can do this, what I've been able to do.
Couldn't agree more, and I want to congratulate you on a great run. You've been absolutely incredible here at WCBN.
Thank you so much.
And what a way to finish it with an Ohio State game. This is the way to go out on top.
Well, in football, I went out on the Ohio State game too, and that didn't go very well, so I really hope this doesn't go bad too.
I think the 12,000 fans in attendance are hoping the same thing as we hear fans swaying to heaven, favorite among the crowd.
It's interesting because
this is absolutely incredible scene.
In the last 2 years, I called the Ohio State game last year in basketball, also lost that game. Did the Ohio State game last year in football, also lost that game. So I've never
seen... Are you a jinx?
I might be. I've never seen us beat Ohio State before, so this would be a really great time. We just got through that entire TV timeout without talking about basketball.
Oh my God. Let's talk about basketball.
Let's talk about basketball. Michigan up 1. It's going to be Ohio State ball, and they're going to come out with Bates Diop, Dockich, Tate, Williams, and Caleb Wesson. Michigan comes out with Abdul Rahman, Simpson, Livers, Teskey, and Jordan Poole. It'll be Ohio State ball with 20 on the clock on the baseline. Dockich will trigger it in for the Buckeyes.
And interesting to note before we start, Michigan has now evened the offensive boards battle. It's 2-2.
They're going to go inside to Williams, who loses the ball, but he's got a wide open layup, and Ohio State takes a 1-point lead.
Now what you want to see coming out of a timeout, lackadaisical defense.
Simpson is back. He brings it up for the Wolverines. Gets it left wing to Abdur Rahman. Fakes the screen from Wagner. Now he's going to go inside. Take a step back. Three. Crowd. Did it go in? It did. And Michigan leads by 2. Dockage has it. The boos are out. Hands it off to Tate. Hands it off to Tate. Gets a cross-court pass to Tate. Over to Bates-Diop, top of the key. Bates-Diop is going to go inside on Isaiah Livers. Put it up with the left hand off glass. No good. John Teskey gets the rebound. Hands it off to Jordan Poole.
Michigan running in transition now. Let's see if they try to push.
Poole's got it. Gets a screen from Teskey. He'll go out to Abdur Rahman. Another 3 left wing. That's no good. And the rebound's going to go to Teskey. He gets it out to Simpson. Michigan gets a fresh shot clock.
Great hustle by John Teskey. He's one of the best offensive rebounders on the entire team.
Absolutely, and Michigan really not known for that, which is interesting. Isaiah Livers has it right wing. He's going to take a step back, had a long 2, didn't take it, fortunately, and Simpson's got it right wing. Now he's going to go inside, throw it up, no good, but they're going to call a foul. The Ohio State bench did not like that, and with 11 on the clock, Simpson's going to go to the line, shoot another 2.
But he did make his last 2, and they made him look like a 90% free throw shooter, so maybe we'll see something different.
Channeling his inner Steph Curry. He's also a point guard, so that's something.
Z gonna give it to you.
Here we go. We'll find out. As of course, Xavier Simpson changed his name last year from X Xavier to Z Xavier, which is kind of random, but he did do that as the first free throw's up. No good.
And we're back to square one.
And we're back. Yeah, we're back to totally what we expected. 6:24 to go in the first half. Of course, coaching there really excited.
Studio, Ian Lemersall and Pete Monahan making this all possible.
Thank you guys so much. The second free throw is no good. And yeah, that was a push-off on Tate. Offensive foul. Abdur Rahman drew the foul. They missed both free throws, but they're going to get the ball back with 6:17.
And that's on Jayshawn Tate.
Yes. And Andrew Dockage is going to come out for the Buckeyes. He'll come out for Jackson, and Teskey and Wagner are going to switch. As Wagner goes over to Jordan Poole, whispers in his ear. I'm excited to see what we got going on. Now he whispers in Livers' ear. Oh, we got a good play for you, folks.
Can't wait to see what this is. It's going to be awesome.
Simpson brings it up for the Wolverines. Out to Abdur Rahman on the left wing to Jordan Poole. Poole's going to do a step back, top of the key.
Did he get hit? He did!
Good and done! Oh! Mike!
It's a pool party, Chris!
It's a pool party in here! It's an and 1. He made the 3, and Poole will go to the line and shoot 1. My goodness! What a play from Jordan Poole, the freshman.
I don't know what Mo Wagner whispered to him, but whatever he said, it worked. And it worked even better than they could have expected.
I warned you it was going to be a big play.
And he leads all scorers now with 8 points. Chance for 9 here at the line.
He'll shoot 1 for the Wolverines, who are up by 5. 6:06 to go, first half. Doesn't even dribble, puts it up, it dribbles around and in, and Michigan leads by 6, and the fans are on their feet. This is Jackson who brings it up for the Buckeyes, gets it to Bates-Diop. Young getting ready to check in for the Buckeyes. Dockage back to Jackson on the left wing. Bates-Diop right wing, works against Livers. Now he's going to go in, take the long 2 on the fadeaway, no good. The rebound's going to go to Xavier Simpson, the shortest guy on the court. Over to Jordan Poole, fakes the 3, he's going to go inside. Shot no good. Oh, they wanted a foul, and they could have gotten one called. No, he didn't get the foul. And now they're going to trap Andrew Dockage.
And are we going to get, is that
it's an Ohio
timeout? I was about to say, I thought they were going to call a jump ball there.
No, it's going to be, it was Wagner, and I believe it was Matthews, was it? I didn't.
I believe it was Matthews.
They got the trap in the corner on Andrew Dockage. He had to call timeout. Jordan Poole, he went to the ground. I can't see from here whether or not there was contact, but certainly people that are down there made it seem like there was.
Yeah, I think what happened was he kind of sold it a little bit. There was a little bit of contact, but I don't think it was enough to warrant a foul.
Teddy, did I mention that we have a fundraiser?
I don't think you did.
Folks, we have an awesome WCBN fundraiser. It's really happening, and we've generated so much, but the sports program really needs your help so we can go on trips, so students can go on trips next year and the year after. Teddy, you're a freshman, right? So
I am a freshman, and because of the money from last year's fundraiser, I'm actually going with 3 of our other fellow members to Madison Square Garden to cover the Big Ten tournament.
Yes, that's right.
So keep an eye out for stuff on that on the website, WCBNsports.org.
Yes.
We're going to have a lot of stuff coming to you in the next week or two.
And we also get a website. We can do blogs. We can do broadcasts and everything.
We can do podcasts.
The number is 734-763-3500. We can also do podcasts. It's going to be Ohio State ball down 6, 5:33 to go first half.
Gotta love Led Zeppelin.
What?
That was Led Zeppelin. The band was just playing Led Zeppelin.
Oh, were they? I couldn't hear what they were playing. Dockage gets it to Bates Diop, right wing over to Jackson, or to Tate, excuse me. Tate's going to go all the way in, and Wagner's going to get the steal. He's going to run up for the Wolverines, hands it off to Xavier Simpson, who goes all the way off glass. Good, and Michigan leads by 8.
And that's the third steal of the game from Mo Wagner, making his presence felt on the defensive side.
Oh boy, Ohio State really needs a bucket. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. They chant the airball chant to Jackson. He airballed the ball earlier in the game. Hands it out to Dockage. Dockage is going to go all the way. Nice pass to Young, who puts it up. No good off glass. But Tate gets the rebound, and that's good. And Ohio State finally scores. It's a 6-point Michigan lead.
And Jayshawn Tate, point guard, looking like a forward there, going up to get that board and put it in.
Jordan Poole gets Abdul-Rahman on top of the key, gets a screen from Wagner. No, Wagner just walked right by. Jordan Poole's got it. Now he's going to hand it off inside to Abdul-Rahman, who puts it up no good, but they're going to call a blocking foul on Young. He was inside the restricted area, and Abdul-Rahman is going to go to the line and shoot 2. Michigan's in the bonus.
Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman started the season shooting around 93%. He's down to about 78 now. Kind of fallen off after those game-winning free throws against Maryland.
Absolutely, and Duncan Robinson's getting ready to come in for the Wolverines as Abdul-Rahman takes 2 dribbles, puts it up.
And the struggles continue.
Wow, that is so surprising. That's no good. Isaiah Livers will come out. Duncan Robinson will come in.
And I'm not really sure what it is. Maybe it's a mental thing. Maybe it's just whatever it is. He's got to get out of this funk before we get to the Big Ten tournament.
It's pretty crazy. Abdul-Rahman takes 3 dribbles with the right hand, bends the knees, puts it up, puts it in, and Michigan leads by 7. Jackson brings it up right to left for the Buckeyes. 4.5 to go first half.
The airball chance continuing for Jackson.
That will follow him all game. Jackson now going to drive inside. Simpson can't take Simpson. Jordan Poole almost with the steal. Bates Diop has it. He's going to put up.
They're going to call a foul?
They're going to call a foul on Mo Wagner, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2 with 14 on the clock.
And that's number 2 on Wagner.
Goodbye, Mr. Wagner. As John Teskey's going to come in. Of course, Beeline has that rule. You got 2 fouls in the first half. You're done until halftime, and John Teskey's going to be playing this last 4:21.
And let's see if Diop can redeem himself after that horrendous showing from the line last time.
He's 1 of 6, 0 for 1 from 3, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, and he shot 2 free throws that weren't even close.
Tremendous defense by the Wolverines today, locking down one of the best in the entire Big Ten.
First free throw is up. It is good from Bates Diop, and now Teskey and Wagner will switch once again. Wagner will go to the bench and talk to his coach.
Bates Diop, a 71% free throw shooter in league play.
It bounces around and bounces out. Abdul-Rahman on the rebound. 27-21, Michigan on top. 4 minutes to go. First half. Simpson hands off to Abdul-Rahman over to Jordan Poole. Poole almost lost it. Gets a screen from Teskey. He wants to put up that 3. He's going to go inside, and they're going to call a foul on Ohio State. It's an off-the-ball foul. Jordan Poole was about to put up a shot at the free throw line. And it's on Andrew Dockage. Here we go.
And listen to this crowd. They're loving it.
And John Teskey will go to the line and shoot 2. Because Michigan is in the bonus. Oh, shoot 1 and 1. Excuse me, I should have said shoot 2. Teskey, let's see if he can make 1 here. Bends at the knees, puts the shot up, and right down the middle, John Teskey is good. He'll shoot 1 more with 4:05 on the clock.
Shoots 57% from the line this year.
I guess he's going to miss this one, which he does.
And you're right.
It's a 7-point lead, Ohio State ball. Jackson going to bring it up for the Buckeyes. Works against Xavier Simpson. Under 4 to go now. Gets it to Dockage in the corner. The boost come over to Young. Back to Bates Diop on the left wing. He works against Duncan Robinson. He's got it back on the left wing. He's going to go over now. Gets it to Jackson, right wing. 3, no good. but the rebound.
And another rebound by Jayshawn Tate.
And he's going to put it up and in. Michigan leads by 5 now.
And the point guard leading all players today with 7 rebounds, 3 on the offensive glass.
Make it 8. That's number 8 for the point guard. That's
taking a little too long to update this.
Abdur-Rahman's got it right wing. He works against Jackson. Over to Duncan Robinson. Robinson going to go inside. He'll put it up off glass with the right hand. No good. Teskey's got the rebound, but they're going to call a push on John Teskey. And with 3:15 to go in the first half, we're going to have a timeout on the floor.
Gene Steratore not doing himself any favors today.
No, this is very interesting. And like you said, 3:15 to go. Michigan 28, Ohio State 23. Michigan in the bonus. Ohio State also in the bonus. And
Chris, did you mention me on the fundraiser today?
Wait a minute, did I forget? My goodness. I'm sorry, I almost forgot to mention the fundraiser, guys. Thank you so much for listening on WCBN. This greatly appreciated. This is really my last chance to say thank you to everybody. You guys rock. To all my family, my friends listening, this is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I really enjoy it.
And I want to wish a happy birthday to my good friend Jacob Aronson. He's a freshman at the University of Wisconsin, turning 19 today. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just want to interrupt without saying anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. You stopped, so I thought I could jump in.
You're fine. But we do have a fundraiser for WCBN. It really helps us book hotels, go on flights, go to different places. We had a guy go to the Capital One Bowl in Tampa this year, and that's because of what you guys brought to us. We have our own money here with WCBN Sports, and anything you can give is greatly appreciated. I'm going to say the phone number once or twice more, and then we'll let Emily and Cody take over. 734-763-3500. Feel free to give us a call. The WCBN fundraiser. We greatly appreciate your money and your time for listening to us. Happy birthday to your friends.
Yes.
Happy birthday to your friends.
All right, so let's go back to basketball for a minute before this TV timeout ends.
Let's do it.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, it's Michigan is so good at getting that first stop, that initial stop on defense, but they've been giving up offensive rebounds. That's 4 offensive rebounds in the half, which is really bad.
And 3 of them are from a point guard.
From a point guard, too. I mean, Jayshawn Tate, not normally known for his rebounding. He's averaging 3.5 rebounds a game. He's got 8 in this one, and that is absolutely killing to the Wolverines. If they can get stops, they would be up by double digits.
Absolutely. I think maybe you want to look to switch Abdur-Rahman onto him instead of Xavier Simpson to have more of a height differential that can match up a little better. Simpson's getting absolutely manhandled on the offensive glass, and I think it's time for a switch. Maybe move him on to someone like Jackson.
And it's interesting looking at the numbers off those offensive rebounds. Michigan has 3, Ohio State has 4. Ohio State has scored 2 points on all 4 of those offensive rebounds. They have 8 second chance points. Michigan has not scored on their 3 offensive rebounds.
And I think that's kind of due to the fact that they're rushing a little bit when they get their offensive board. Instead of going back to the offense where they've had so much success, they just go up right away. They have to slow it down and get back to what's working instead of trying to do something else.
It's really interesting to see. The stats are almost identical. 10 of 23 shooting for both teams. Both teams are 1/3 shooting. Ohio State from 3, 1 of 3. Michigan 3 of 9. And from the free throw line, Ohio State 2 of 6. Michigan 5 of 10.
And these teams are so identical too. Ohio State's 22-6. Michigan's 21-7. And Ohio State scores 76 points a game. Michigan scores 74. These teams couldn't be more evenly matched. We're seeing it right now.
And Andrew Dockich is getting ready to trigger it in on that final TV timeout. Of course, at halftime, Cody McKay, Emily Herard, they're coming in. They're really excited.
And look who's in the house. It's Karis LeVert.
Karis LeVert, former Michigan Wolverine, now on the Brooklyn Nets.
And he's actually teammates with an Ohio State point guard, D'Angelo Russell.
There you go.
I wouldn't want to be in that locker room after this game ends.
Here we go. It's Tate. Brings it in, and he's going to throw the pass off the back of the backboard, out of bounds. It's Michigan ball as Andre Wesson getting ready to come in for the Buckeyes. He wanted a foul. He's not going to get it. Michigan ball, 3:02 to go. They're up 5.
Maybe look to get Duncan Robinson involved a little bit on a pick and pop or off-ball screen.
Robinson has missed his only his shot today. It was a long 2. Simpson's got it left wing. Now he's going to go to the right over to Duncan Robinson.
And what did I tell you, Chris?
3. No
got
good.
The look, couldn't finish though.
And the Bates Diop is going to get the rebounds. They've really slowed down Bates Diop today, which is good for the Wolverines. He's going to go inside, no good, but they're going to call a foul on Duncan Robinson, and Bates Diop will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. He's 1 of 4 from the free throw line today. You just can't give a guy like Bates Diop that much room to get to the basket. They've been clamping down on him all game long there. He found a little bit of space, and now he's got a chance for 2. 71% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw is up, and it is good right down the middle, as if he's a 90% free throw shooter. As it looks like Jayshawn Tate's getting ready to come in. He will enter for Andre Wesson, who literally just came in. I'm not sure what that was.
And while most point guards play back on a free throw, he's boxing out with Wagner and Abdul Rahman.
Second free throw is also up and good. Ohio State within the possession, 28-25. Michigan hasn't scored in 3 minutes. Let's see what they can do here. Duncan Robinson over to Abdur Rahman, top of the key. He goes inside, trying to get something. He gets his shot blocked by C.J. Jackson. Bates Diop has the top of the key. He's going to push off, and they're going to call a foul on Bates Diop. Another push off called on the Buckeyes against Abdur Rahman, or on Abdur Rahman.
And you see the tenacity of Abdur Rahman on the defensive side. He's such a great player, especially at drawing offensive fouls. Great play for the senior on senior day. It's only the first foul on Bates Diop.
Xavier Simpson's going to bring it up with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Abdur Rahman's got it top of the key over to Teskey, left wing. Back top of the key, Duncan Robinson. Over to Jordan Poole inside. He brings it back out on the left wing. He wants to put up a 3. He's going to. It bounces around, and it goes in.
When you're hot, Chris.
About 3 different bounces off the rim, and it's good. And it's a 6-point Michigan lead.
We had a pool party in February. Looks like it got delayed until February 18th.
Teskey gets a block inside. Now they're going to get it out to Tate.
This is the real pool party.
I'm not sure if he did. C.J. Jackson's going to go inside, put it up with the right hand, no good. 1 minute and a half to go. It's Michigan ball. Duncan Robinson's got the corner 3, and he's going to get it blocked by Bates Diop.
And I'm not really sure why Robinson took that shot. He had Jordan Poole wide open for a layup right underneath the basket. No one within 5 feet of him.
They wanted 3 points and not 2. 3 is greater than 2, Teddy. You know that.
Very fair, but when you have Jordan Poole shooting like this, I don't know why you wouldn't give him an opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. It was the wrong.
He's got it right now.
Jordan Poole's got it left wing. Teskey fakes it. Now he's going to step back. Oh, he wanted a 3. He didn't take it there. Dockich with the good D. Now we'll go inside to Teskey, who puts it up right in front of the free throw line. It's good. Michigan has their largest lead in the game. It's 8, tied for their largest lead.
And this crowd is in an absolute frenzy.
Under a minute to go. First half, folks. Michigan 33, Ohio State 25. Tate's got it, gets a screen from Young. Over to Jackson. Jackson in the corner. They're down to 8 on the shot clock. He goes inside on Simpson. He'll put it up, no good, but they're going to call a traveling violation. And with 46.1 to go in the first half, it's another Ohio State turnover, and Michigan can make it a double-digit lead right before halftime.
And if I'm Michigan here, I'm trying to get a shot fairly early in the shot clock to give yourselves a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yes.
Look for a quick shot here, probably 35 seconds. I'd look for a shot.
They're going real slow right now. It looks like that's not exactly what they want to do.
That looks like they're going to play this out.
Now Poole's going to go inside, and he's going to get a shot blocked by Bates Diop. That's another block for him. And there's a 1-second difference between shot and game clock, and they're going to slow down. With Simpson on Bates Diop, interestingly.
Here come the boost for Dockich.
There's the boost for Dockich as they're just sitting on that Michigan M waiting.
That's where you would think he was JT Barrett with the boost.
They go to Bates Diop. They've got 6 on the clock. He's going to step back for a 3. Good! And with 3 seconds left, the clock is going to go. This is not going to count. And your score at the half, Michigan 33, Ohio State 28.
And what a fantastic first half of basketball, Chris. This game is absolutely living up to the hype that we all thought it would. It's been an absolute dogfight. I can't wait to see what happens in the second half.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see what we have in store for the second half. It's Emily Herard. It's Cody McKay. Bum, bum, bum. the Superstardom. And guys, one more time, there's a really awesome fundraiser, WCBN. You've heard enough, but I'm going to keep talking about it anyway. It's really important. We love your money. We love your time. We love you. And your your phone number for the fundraiser, 734-763-3500. One more time, 734-763-3500. Folks, thank you so much for everything in the last 2 years. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun to be at WCBN. I'm really glad I answered an ad to be their intern for a year, or for a summer. It was really awesome, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for listening to me. I greatly appreciate it. Family, I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Cody and Emily are going to take it away in about 10 minutes. We're going to go silent for those 10 minutes. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you in the second half. Welcome back, everybody, to the Crisler Arena. I did forget we were on 88.3 right now. I did not realize we were on 88.3 right now.
I didn't either.
I did not know we were on air.
But we are.
It looks like we are. So here we are, back again. Michigan 33, Ohio State 28. And Teddy, what did you learn here in the first half?
I learned Jordan Poole's really, really good at shooting threes. I think he's 3 for 4 from distance in this first half. It's been absolutely incredible. He's helped energize the Wolverine offense that was a little bit slow to wake up at the beginning of the game. And I'm just excited to see what happens in the next 3 years. He looks like an absolutely incredible talent that Beeline's brought into Ann Arbor.
Absolutely, and Jordan Poole, Isaiah Livers. I mean, this is a really promising freshman core for the Wolverines.
And you just said freshman core. Let's talk about how the seniors have played. I think Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman's been sensational in the limited touches he's gotten, especially on the defensive side. And as much as I love Duncan Robinson, it's been kind of a slow start for him.
Absolutely, and yeah, it's been a slow start for Robinson. As we have some stats here, Abdur-Rahman has 6 points in 19 minutes, 2 of 6 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Poole, 12 points. He's leading the way of all scorers. 12 points, 4 of 7 shooting, 3 of 4 from the three-point line in 11 minutes. Mo Wagner, 6 points in 11 minutes, 3 of 6 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3. And Xavier Simpson has 4 points in 14 minutes, 1 of 2 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line.
And one thing that we have to watch in the second half is Mo Wagner. He ended the half with 2 fouls. We know Beeline's very strict with managing his players when they're in foul trouble. Remains to be seen if Ohio State's going to attack early and try and get Wagner in foul trouble, or maybe this is just something that won't end up being an issue. But definitely curious to see how Wagner's foul trouble affects his play going forward.
Yes, and on the other side for Ohio State, Tate and Bates Diop each have 8 points. Tate 4 of 7 shooting in 17 minutes, 8 points, 8 rebounds. He's your double-double watch right now. Bates Diop 8 points in 18 minutes, 2 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He's got 4 rebounds as well. Williams has 4 points, Wesson 5 points. That's Caleb Wesson 5 points. Williams has 4, along with 3 fouls, and Jackson has 1 of 5 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3. He's got 1 rebound in 14 minutes.
Yeah, and they have to start boxing out on the offensive glass. The fact that a point guard has surpassed the season average in boards on the offensive side is absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know how Michigan's letting this happen. I expect to see Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman take over on him on the defensive side, or maybe Charles Matthews, but they need to find a way to put bodies on him.
Rebounding is 21 to 16 in favor of the Buckeyes. They've got 6 more rebounds. They also have 2 more offensive rebounds, 3 more defensive rebounds. Second chance points are 8 to 2 in favor of the Buckeyes. Bench points, however, this is big for the Wolverines, and this is really one player, but it's 15 to 4 bench points in favor of the Wolverines. That's 12 coming from Jordan Poole.
And Jordan Poole has helped to create 14 of those 15 points. One came on a Teskey free throw. And other than Poole himself, he assisted on a free throw line jumper to John Teskey. So he's really carrying the bench unit and giving Michigan a huge spark as we head into the second half.
Michigan up 5. Teddy, what can we expect to happen right now in this last 20 minutes of action?
In this last 20 minutes, I think we're going to see more of the same. Both these teams are physical. The crowd's into it. Neither seems like they're willing to cave. We saw Ohio State look like they were maybe starting to lose a little bit of their mojo when they were down by 8 in the last 30 seconds of the half. They've cut it 5. Ohio State's not going away. Michigan doesn't seem like they're ready to let them take control of this game. It's going to be a back and forth affair, and I'm almost certain the way this game's gone, we're going to see it come down to the final minute.
Teddy, I had no idea we were actually on air at 88.3. I didn't think that Ian was actually in studio. I had no idea why Ian was in studio and you were thanking him. It turns out we're on 88.3. So my apologies on that one. But that's why we are really going hard on this fundraiser right now, also known as a fundraiser because it's a ton of fun.
It's very fun.
I got to be the operator a couple nights ago, and it was a blast. WCBN has a bunch of awesome people. All the people, the operators that are in right now are awesome people. It was a ton of fun, and it's been awesome to get to know all these people at WCBN. Every one of them is so special and great. One more time, I'm gonna give you this phone number to call for the fundraiser. My goodness, really didn't know that I was on 88.3. By the way,
that's all right, Chris. Everybody makes mistakes.
That was crazy. One more time, the phone number to call, and Cody and Emily will give you reminders. 734-763-3500. Teddy, do you have any final thoughts here in this first half as Michigan is up by 5?
I mean, I just think that they have to stick to the beeline offense. You've seen when they've stuck to the offense they're used to running. This offense is so efficient. They're opening up opportunities for three-point shots. When they kind of just play a little bit more freestyle, playground-style basketball, we've seen how inefficient the offense is. The players look a little bit more lackadaisical. They have to stick to what's gotten them here. And I think if they stick to that, they can come out of here with a W.
Michigan is shooting 41% from the field, 33% from 3, and 5 of 10 from the free throw line. And they're winning by 5 points. I mean, these are not good offensive numbers at all, but all of a sudden Michigan is up by 5 because Ohio State's shooting 50% from 3, but only 2 of 4 and 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Great defense, great job by the Wolverines, and I think we're ready to hand it off to Emily and Cody right now. If they're ready to go, I believe we are. And guys, thank you so much for listening. We're on 88.3. Who knew that was happening? Thank you so much. Don't forget to give to the fundraiser. We have operators standing by right now. It's a really exciting time. Please give to the awesome people at WCBN because everyone is really awesome and great and nice. And we really appreciate everything they do. The money doesn't just go to sports, it does go to everybody. I thought this was only sports fans listening, but it's everyone listening. This goes to everybody at WCBN, and we really appreciate it with new equipment and really awesome opportunities that we get. So anyway, I believe we're going to hand it off to Emily Herard and Cody McKay. Thank you guys so much for listening. Opportunity. I've really done a lot, and it's been a lot of fun. So Thank you so much for listening. Michigan 33, Ohio State 28. It's going to be Michigan ball when we get back here in the second half. In about 5 minutes is when we're going to have underway here in the second half. So Cody McKay, Emily Herard, please take over. For Chris Pickler and for Teddy Gutkin, I'm Chris Pickler, giving you a good night, a go blue. Emily, take it away.
All right, thanks Chris, thanks Teddy. Good first half for the Michigan Wolverines. As mentioned, I'm Emily Herard, and with me is Cody McKay. We'll be taking you through the second half of Michigan's basketball against Ohio State. As in Michigan leading 33-28. So far, this has been a good basketball game, exciting, especially for the home crowd, which turned out great here at Crisler. It's a sold-out arena. The Maze out on Senior Day. Cody, what are some things you saw that you liked in the first half?
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway for me, even though the shooting percentage might not show it, is I think Michigan was really was hard fought, and I'd like to see Michigan pick it up a little bit in transition. They've had a Wolverines getting a lot of bench help from Jordan Poole, who seemed to be the spark for the Wolverines on offense with the and 1-3, and just moving with the most pace, I think, on the offensive side of the ball, like moving without the ball, getting the ball in transition, and cutting to the basket. So I think we'll see if the Wolverines continue to feed through his energy, or if we're going to see another guy step up, maybe Xavier Simpson, being a junior, go on to step up and become a bigger part of this game. He's been quiet thus far, but has a couple big free throws to start the game to hopefully shake some of his woes at the line.
And this is just a great last game for the Wolverines so far, just from an energy standpoint, and that's something you really want to see. Obviously, it's a rivalry game, but the Wolverines are out here, and they're showing some passion. I mean, Wagner diving on the floor, then getting up, getting the crowd into it. Also saw him, up in the face of Andrew Dockage, showing a little passion and anger towards his old teammate who now plays for Ohio State after being at Michigan last year.
Yeah, the fans throughout the game definitely letting Dockage hear it in this first half. Every touch, every sub in and out, raining of boos from the crowd, both student section and general public. I think alike. I think that's one thing the Michigan faithful here at Crisler holds dear is you don't go over to that school down south, Ohio. You don't do that. But I know it was one of his only options for his transfer, but it just didn't feel right, and I think the fans here have let him know that.
Yeah, I remember being a fan of Dockage when he was at Michigan, just because I thought he, brought the energy from the bench, good cheer, and also obviously huge for now Ohio State, I'm sure, but just he knows the game of basketball so well, really helping out both teams as, in practice on the scout team, and now he's putting in pretty good minutes for Ohio State, but it's weird seeing him out there in a red uniform.
Yeah, no question about it. Definitely one thing I thought that he was going to be in his contribution to the team would be mostly a scout team, and I think a lot of the players going into it initially believed that as well, but he's been housing some great minutes for Ohio State, and actually ended up putting away Michigan State with the long three at the buzzer. So we'll see how the second half continues. This is definitely one of the loudest and best atmospheres I've been a part of here at Crisler Center. Fans making sure to fill every seat in this building, and their tickets were hard to come by, and they've brought the noise here thus far.
Wolverines looking for, a good signature win towards the end of the season, really, helping them get into the NCAA tournament. Wolverines are going to have to grind it out in this second half as we're about to get started. Wolverines up 33-28.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they've been taking care of business against most of the weaker opponents, except for Northwestern. About a couple weeks ago now, that bad 9-point loss, trying to get that out of their mouth. So if they could use this good last game at home to get a nice win to propel them into their final 2 games, which will be no easy test against 2 teams that have been playing pretty good basketball as of late, especially the Penn State Nittany Lions, knocking off these Buckeyes for a second time this season. And, traveling to Penn State will not be easy, and finishing up the season at Maryland will not be as well. No wins in this Big Ten are easy to come by. Just ask the Purdue Boilermakers, who started undefeated throughout their first 11 games and have lost 3 straight since, 12 games, excuse me. So no wins are easy to come by no matter who you're playing.
And against Purdue, Michigan was close both times, just couldn't get it done. And now we're getting ready for the second half. The Wolverines to start with the ball. Just a reminder, you're listening to Michigan basketball on WCBN 88.3. Now the Wolverines are off. It's Simpson. Hands it off to Livers. Up top, Rockman.
Beeline remaining with the starters here and leaves Poole on the bench to start the second half.
Simpson picks up his dribble on the right elbow. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it to Matthews. Back to Simpson. Drives it, kicks it out to Wagner, fakes the 3, into the paint, has it stripped away, call a foul.
Yeah, we'll see how aggressive Wagner is in the second half. He did bring great energy in the kind of midcourt area. And now he's trying to be aggressive and drives the basket, but he's been stripped by some guards early in the first half. We'll see if that continues, as he got lucky and got the foul called against him on this drive.
Now Wagner at the line for 2. Wagner with 6 points so far in the game. His first shot is up, rattles in and out.
Free throw woes seem to be rubbing off on other members of the team, it seems, thus far. Michigan 5 of 11 from the line is 6 points that they would love to have at this point.
Wagner's second one is good.
Right down the middle, he shakes his head a little bit in disgust, but knows that he can get it back here on the defensive end. It was strong play thus far, I might say, against Wesson for Wagner.
C.J. Jackson up the other way, hands it off to Andre Wesson. Now Bates Diop has it stripped away, delivers on the floor with the steal, gives it up to Wagner. Wagner to Simpson. The other way is the Wolverines.
More of that energy and a great feed.
Great pass from Simpson, down low to Wagner for 2.
Gotta love Wagner running the floor, making a good play on the defensive end, but making sure to get back into position for an easy layup.
Jackson gets a screen from Wesson. Now up top to Bates Diop. Hands it off to Andre Wesson. Gets a screen. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
Wagner's footwork's been great in the post, denying the ball to Wesson.
Bates Diop gets into the lane, puts up the lefty layup. No good. Rebound Wolverines.
Picture-perfect defense there from the Wolverines.
Simpson bounce pass into Matthews. He kicks it out to Rockman, who finds Livers in the corner for 3. That one's short. It's going to be a rebound by Tate.
Livers, a quiet game thus far, still hasn't been able to get a bucket.
In transition, it's Wesson. He gets to the basket and one. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, kind of an awkward transition play there. Wolverines lost it in the open court and struggled to get back, leading to an open Wesson layup.
His first personal foul.
That foul will be on Rockman, his first foul.
Buckeyes are going to look to cut the lead back to 5 after a little mini Wolverine run to begin the second half.
Andre Wesson at the line. He makes it. Brings the Buckeyes within 5, 36-31. Just under 19 minutes remaining in the second half.
Michigan still leading the turnover battle, 4-10. Only turned the ball over 4 times. Definitely something that's known for Michigan basketball teams.
Simpson into the lane with the layup, no good. Rebound the Buckeyes.
Gotta use the glass, little fella.
Now down low is Wesson, as he is unable to draw the foul. It's the other way, the Wolverines, Matthews.
Once again, Wagner doing a great job denying Wesson and staying straight up.
Jump ball on the floors. There's several bodies, and it looks like we might have a little fight happening.
Things getting a little chippy down there on the ground. Mo Wagner didn't like the handsiness of the Buckeyes down on the ground. We'll see what the referees do about this situation here, but both teams are going to head to their bench for looks like an official timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
And Ohio State will now take a timeout.
Yeah, so looks like the refs might
just give them possession.
Looks like, the possession arrow is in favor of the Buckeyes, but I think they're going to the screen maybe to see what happened in a little scuffle on the floor. But, Wagner has been in a lot of those loose ball scrambles, and he gets up all fired up. And if that continues, against a rival, it's definitely going to get people a little angry at each other.
Yeah, Wagner's not going to shoo away from any skirmishes that he's in the middle of. Definitely didn't there, and I'd like to know what was said and or done under the bottom of that pile. We'll see if the referees are able to figure it out, but it's going to be difficult for them, I think, to discern it. Just the amount of people that were over there in the key over on Michigan's side of the floor.
Now, during this timeout, we'd like to remind you that the WCBN fundraiser is wrapping up today. WCBN Sports is the only radio station that broadcasts non-revenue sports such as women's lacrosse, basketball, soccer, and water polo on a regular basis. This Thursday, WCBN will have the call of Michigan women's basketball senior night as they take on Maryland, who is the top of the Big Ten in women's basketball. That will be a big one, so you can tune into WCBN Sports to hear that call. So call into 734-763-3500 to donate now.
Yes, looking for as much as our avid listeners to contribute as much as they are willing. We love this station, I hope, as much as you do, and any contribution to the station can help. It helps us do what we like, and it helps us, broadcast out to you guys and hopefully make your days a little bit better. As you see here, now we have the t-shirt toss in this first time out of the second half. Wolverines even with the Buckeyes thus far in the second half, holding on to a 5-point lead, 36-31 over the Buckeyes. Lots of energy still, though, on the defensive end from the Wolverines, just still trying to figure things out as best they can on the offensive side.
Now, still leading the scoring for the Wolverines is Jordan Poole. He has 12 points. And for the Buckeyes, it's Tate and Bates Diop tied for 8 for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, still being kept in check. Bates Diop has missed his only shot he's taken in the second half, so now 2 for 8 from the field. Definitely what the Wolverines were looking to prevent was him scoring. Tate with actually 9 rebounds as a guard, something that's not often you see. So it's been a lot of long rebounds from the Wolverines, a lot of offensive rebounds, I think, from the Buckeyes. Wolverines have given up 6, so something that Wagner and Teskey are going to have to work on our defensive side is making sure that Wolverines are coming down with as many defensive rebounds as possible. Buckeyes ready to go. It doesn't look like the referees awarded any uncharacteristic fouls to any of the players involved in the skirmish here, so we're just going to go a baseline out to the Buckeyes back down the other way.
Refs still deciding where that the Buckeyes will get the ball. Looks like they're going to put it sideline out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like the Wolverines might look to bring a little bit of pressure here on the inbounds, and maybe the rest of the way the ball bringing up, make sure to kind of jumble up the Ohio State offense and keep them confused.
Now the refs have it figured out, and the Buckeyes will inbound it to Tate.
A little lull in the action. We'll see if the crowd is able to get back into it quickly.
Tate gets a screen from Wesson, passes it up to him. He's guarded by Wagner. Hand off to Bates Diop. Now up top to Tate. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He rams into Poole, no foul. Then it delivers.
Oh my. The refs failed to call what looked to be a clear offensive foul drawn by Jordan Poole, who has since checked into the game, by Jason Tate, but Tate's able to get the ball off and now score an and one. He'll head to the free throw line to bring this game within 2. Certainly looked as if Jason Tate used that off arm to shoot away Jordan Poole, but referee saw it another way.
And he knocks it down. It's 36-34 Ohio State. Maybe that will get the crowd back in it as they're very angry with that call. Simpson crosses the timeline, gives it up to Rockman. And off to Poole.
Yeah, it looks like every screen has a little bit more weight to it now as things are getting a little chippy and serious here later in the second half.
Simpson to Wagner. Great pass to Poole as he cuts to the basket. He's going to be fouled.
Yeah, I think Jordan Poole was as surprised as us that he got that pass in the middle of the lane. That's one thing I've noticed from the Wolverines. They always have a lot of great cuts towards the basket, in through the lane, but a lot of times around the top of the key, the guys aren't willing to throw those passes. So I like the aggressiveness there from Wagner to try to fit something in for an easy basket.
Now Duncan Robinson, Charles Matthews will check in for Rockman and Livers.
Checking in for Ohio State, number 2, Musa Jallo.
Now Musa Jallo will check in for Ohio State. Michigan gets it in bounds to Simpson. Simpson up top. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to get it to Wagner. Wagner against Wesson. Down on the left block. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He powers his way through. And they'll call a foul on Wesson.
Yeah, a lot of physicality on both sides of the floor. Wagner looked to make it a point there that he wanted to be the guy to put the ball through the hoop and really tried to muscle his way over there. Luckily got the foul call on the floor. Michigan's going to inbound now underneath.
Shot clock at 20. Simpson to trigger. He gets it in to Rockman right under the basket. He misses the layup, but he is fouled.
Great off-the-ball screen there by Charles Matthews to get Wagner streaking towards the basket. Always your best option on those under-the-basket inbounds to try and get that layup. A great use of the pump fake by Marr, and now he'll, heed the benefits of that and have the line for 2.
Wolverines, number 12, Muhammad Ali,
Rockman's first is up and in. Helps the Wolverines scoring drought as they had 0 points in the last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Now they're up 3, 37-34, 16:50 remaining in the game. Rockman gets the second one to fall.
That'll move the Wolverines to 8 of 14 from the line, so a little bit better.
Now it's C.J. Jackson. He's met by Simpson.
Simpson getting a lot of pressure over the top of the key.
Now Bates Diop. Gives it to Jallo. Now down low, Caleb Wesson against Wagner. Gets it up and in with some good pressure by Wagner, but not enough. Buckeyes ball within 2.
That's this real strong move there by Wesson, using his body, using that extra meat he has against Wagner to muscle that through.
Rockman gets the edge, goes for the righty layup, no good. Tries to tip it back out, but it's the other way, C.J. Jackson. Jackson picked up by Robinson. Gives it up top to Tate. Tate going against Rockman. Down on the right block. Puts up a hook shot, no good. Rebound Wagner.
Yeah, Ohio State trying to use their weight advantages at all these positions to get some layups inside.
Simpson kicks it out to Wagner. Puts up the 3. That one's no good. Yeah, rebound Tate.
That was a little ugly. I think Mo tried to rush that. Tried to get a little action on the offensive side to get back to Wesson.
Now Jackson feeds it down low to Caleb Wesson. Once again going against Wagner. Spin move. Shots long. Put back by Tate. No good. Rebound Wolverines. Simpson quickly in transition. Gets fouled as he stumbles to the ground.
Yeah, we'll see if the refs call this one on the floor or shooting. It seems that Simpson was tripped up a little bit by Ohio State there and threw a shot up at the last second. So interesting to see if he'll be heading to the line to shoot or not. It does give Ohio State 5 team fouls, though, so with 15:26 remaining here in the second half, only 2 fouls away from the Wolverines entering the bonus, which could prove crucial down the stretch here in this close game in such a hostile environment.
Yeah, it's still a close game. Wolverines up to 38-36, but it's been a little lull in the action as the Wolverines haven't hit a field goal in almost 4 minutes. As you said, Wagner looked like he was rushing that shot. Sometimes he can feel that shot in rhythm in transition, but right there it looked like, he definitely needed to settle down and get the offense going.
Yeah, I think after getting bodied a little bit by Wesson down on the other end, he kind of wanted to assert his dominance on the perimeter as the three-point shooter that he is, but not the shot that you want to get on the offensive end of the Wolverines. You don't want anything quick when you're struggling shooting the field goals. You want to make sure that you're getting a good look, you're moving the ball as much as possible, and making sure that it's touching as many hands as you can. You're going to get those easy layup looks that Wagner is good to do, firing that pass in the pool in a couple possessions ago. So we'll see if the Wolverines can get back to more of that coming out of this media timeout.
And we'd like to remind you once again that it's the WCBN fundraiser. We would like to thank everyone who has donated so far. It looks like WCBN has raised over $32,000, and every single one of those dollars is greatly appreciated, as it allows all the students at WCBN to follow their passion in radio, and for us here in sports broadcasting, as we get to bring to you a great game between rivals of Michigan Wolverines and against Ohio State. And so if you'd like to donate more, please call the 734-763-3500.
Yes, donate. Still trying to reach our goal of 50,000. So one final push here on Sunday, the final day of the fundraiser. Make sure to call in and get those donations in. We want to get to that. We still want to get to that goal of 50,000. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure to call in at the number Emily just described. It's a great radio station full of great people. And I think they're really putting out great content on a day-to-day basis that is brought over to you on the radio waves at 88.3 Ann Arbor. First media timeout here. Wolverines haven't been scoring the ball greatly, but luckily still hold on to the lead. And I don't know, we'll see if I'd like to see him either go through Wagner or go through Jordan Poole a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball. Go through the guys that have been bringing your energy. Get the crowd back into it, get the energy of the other guys back into it, and then go from there.
Yeah, I think that energy level is extremely important. That's what helped power the Wolverines through the first half. But right now, quiet on offense. It looks like Wagner will be checked out of the game now as Teskey checks in for the Wolverines. They'll have the ball under their own basket. Simpson to trigger. So we have Matthews, Teskey, Duncan Robinson, and Rockman out on the court for the Wolverines.
Yeah, interesting smaller lineup for the Buckeyes. So Teskey's going to be guarded by Diop here on the offensive end for the Wolverines.
It's in up top to Simpson. Now Rockman dribble it up top on the block end. He gets a screen from Teskey. Rockman drives right up with the layup, gets it over his defender's hands and in.
Definitely, I think the best player on this Michigan team at getting downhill off of those screens and finishing underneath of some of those bigger defenders with those scoops and scores.
Wolverines up 4. As it's C.J. Jackson up top to Jallow, guarded by Matthews. Now Williams in the game for the Buckeyes. Gives it back to C.J. Jackson. Jackson dumps it down low to Diop. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Matthews.
That is a huge play, I think, for the Wolverines. A lot of big bodies came over to help, and Matthews was right under the basket ready to get that defensive rebound.
And a great feed by Rockman down low to Teskey, who converts.
Defense leading to offense once again. Here the energy level getting back up, crowd on their feet. We'll see if Michigan can continue this run as Ohio State's failed to score a field goal now in the last 2.5 minutes themselves.
Jackson dribble handoff to Jallow. Now to Young. Back up top, Jackson. 12 seconds on the shot clock, guarded by Simpson. Jackson trying to get something going.
Perfect footwork from Xavier.
Great defense by Simpson. Offensive foul, and the Wolverines take possession.
That's just one thing I love to see. Kind of shows you that you can tell he's a D-line coach player. Fundamentals on defense, reaching with that outside foot every single dribble, and ultimately leading to that offensive foul call where Xavier will now hit it up to Marr to bring the ball up.
Bachman pulls back for the 3, no good. Tate with the rebound almost knocks it out of his hands by Young, his own teammate, but goes the other way, guarded by Simpson, dribbling down on the block.
I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Rockman going for the knockout punch.
And kick out to Wesson. Andre Wesson, 4-3.
And that's what you get into danger with if you're Rockman, trying to go for that knockout punch with 13 minutes left in the game. You get a not good shot for your team when you roll and it leads in the other end to an open 3 for the Buckeyes.
Wolverines with another chance on offense. Dribble handoff, Duncan Robinson to Matthews, who finds Simpson in the corner for three, wide open, knocks it down.
A little bit slower paced. Everybody was a lot more patient on that one, leading to an open shot for Simpson, who's gotten better at that three-pointers, especially when he's open. Michigan needs more of this on offense.
Wolverines lead back up to 6. As Diop works against Matthews, puts up the jumper, no good, gets his own rebound, put back no good, but it's tapped in by Tate.
2 more offensive rebounds for the Buckeyes. That's going to bring the total to 9. Something that you'd think with this lineup, it's a little bit taller for Michigan down low, that they're going to need to grab as many of those rebounds as they can.
45-41, Michigan leads, 12:30 remaining in the game. Matthews up top, gives it to Simpson, back to Matthews, dribbles into the paint, against Diop, picks up his dribble, passes it out to Robinson. He's going to be fouled on the floor on Dockage. I thought it would be called on Dockage.
Yeah, Michigan get a little lucky there. They're a little out of sorts on offense as Matthews found himself in no man's land. And that'll put Michigan into the bonus with 12 minutes remaining in the second half. So Michigan now on every defensive foul will be heading to the line to shoot free throws.
Duncan Robinson at the line. Hasn't gotten on the board yet today. But he does with that foul shot. Wolverines up 46-41.
Yeah, quiet game from Robinson. I think the story of his season has been hot and cold, tonight being certainly one of those freezing cold nights.
He hits the second.
But 2 ginormous free throws nonetheless, expanding that Michigan lead to 6 now on the day, 47-41.
Wagner checks back into the game, along with Simmons. Now Tate crosses the timeline for the Buckeyes. Up top is Young.
Caleb Wesson and Mo continuing their battle down low in the key.
And now they're going to call a foul on Wagner as it got a little too physical for the refs between him and Wesson.
One thing I've always been curious about as a basketball fan is, what determines when the ref blows that whistle, what type of contact don't they like to see? It seemed like it was a similar type of contact as we saw in the past 6 seconds, and he just decided all of a sudden to blow the whistle. I mean, I guess it was starting to get a little physical, but I'd like to see a little bit more consistency down low in those post battles.
Yeah, it does seem the refs can be pretty inconsistent down low, but I guess they got to make sure that it doesn't get too out of hand, especially in this game. We've seen a lot of battles between Wagner and Wesson down low.
Yes, and you never know what you're going to see out of a guy like Mo Wagner when things start getting a little trippy. You got to protect the players at the end of the day, so we'll see how things come out on the other side of this under 12 media timeout. Michigan's still leading by 6, but luckily only have 3 team fouls at this point. I think that's going to be key moving down the stretch in this physical, hard-nosed, hard-fought game between 2 rival schools.
Be interesting to see out of this timeout who really steps up for the Wolverines on the offensive end. You said, Wagner now back on the court. We'll see if the Wolverines go through him. But it's been quiet on offense for the Jordan Poole. Had 12 points in the first half, but we haven't seen much of him in the second.
Yeah, Rockman trying to get things going, but still shooting 3 of 9 from the field. I'm all right with him trying to take a couple shots as long as he's getting down low and getting around those screens quickly. But yeah, Wagner, I think, has got to assert some of his dominance that he can around the perimeter and continue to pound the ball down low and use his great footwork and quickness around the larger, slower Wesson on the offensive side of the ball. 12 minutes remaining here in the second half as the Wolverines lead by 6 in their final home matchup against Ohio State. Certainly been a great season here at Crisler Center. Got to thank the fans for all of their support of the Wolverine team, always bringing lots of energy. And like I said, one of the best environments I've been a part of here at Crisler Center in my 4 years as a Wolverine.
For sure, Crisler and Michigan fans aren't always known for the biggest turnouts, but this afternoon, the Michigan faithful have done what they need to. They've really turned out, and they're on their feet, really excited, and especially when Mo Wagner starts to pump them up. And the Maze Rage doing a great job today. This is what rivalry basketball, rivalry games is all about. The Wolverines lead by 6.
Yes, a little bit of vengeance on the minds, I think, of the Wolverines, too, as last time these two teams met very early in the season, Wolverines seemed to have the game in control and what kind of looked like it would be a weaker Ohio State team this year, the way they were playing in that game. Wolverines jumped out to a 22-point lead late in the first half. Now things were clicking on all cylinders on offense. Ohio State was struggling to score on their side of the court, but Michigan was unable to hold on to that lead and ultimately falling to Ohio State in the first meeting.
Now the action returns to the court. Ohio State with the ball. Dockage to inbound it for the Buckeyes. And with him is Tate Young and the brothers Caleb and Andre Wesson. Teskey now in for Wagner. He picked up his last foul. Tate dumps it down low to Wesson, who's going to be fouled on the layup by Teskey. Misses it, will go to the line.
Yeah, that's an okay foul there. Wesson was able to get Teskey up in the air. I feel like as a 7-footer, you need to be a little bit more disciplined in jumping on those pump fakes, but nonetheless, he averted a layup from Wesson, and we'll see if he can convert on the free throws.
Yeah, Teskey being so tall, he just needs to put his hands up in that situation, as you said, be disciplined, as Wesson knocks down the first.
Yeah, not the most orthodox free throw shooting motion, but it seems to work for him with the shooter's touch.
Second one pops out, rebound by Matthews. Simmons crosses the timeline. Top Teskey, reverses it to Matthews.
Better spacing here from Michigan.
And Matthews with the pulls up to the jumper. That one's good.
Yeah, that's his shot. That's a little free throw line jump shot. It's something that he needs to look to go to more often with his length and creating that separation between him and his defender.
Simmons up tight on Dockage. So up to Young. Versus it to Tate. Drives baseline. Kicks it out to Dockage. Up top to Wesson, who kicks it down low to Young. Cutting for the layup.
D-line screaming to the official for a clear out foul down low by the Buckeyes, but refs having none of that.
Wolverines up 5, 49-44. Matthews gets into the paint for the layup.
Matthews finally starting to use his strength and his core, get around some of those shows off of those screens and using it to the best of his advantage.
Dockage gets into the paint, tries to float a pass down to Young, but it's stolen the other way in transition. Up to Simmons from Rockman. It's good.
And for the first time all night, the Wolverines have looked to push when it initially didn't look like they had numbers, and it leads to an open layup for Jerron Simmons after the great feed by Muhammad Ali Abdul-Rahman.
And now Crisler is on its feet. Tate, no look pass down low to Wesson. Good awareness by Tate. The Buckeyes get on the board with 2, down 7, 10-20 remaining in the game.
Yeah, just like that, Wolverines able to silence a ruckusing crowd here in Crisler Center. I think great coaching as well, getting that layup, calling the timeout to try to get his team back on the right page and kind of minimize the effects of this run that Michigan has gone on. You know, extending the lead to 9, something that's important. We have 10 and 20 remaining here in the second half. It's going to be an important few minutes out of this timeout to see whether or not we're going to go back to that three-point basketball that we've had for most of the first half or whether Michigan can create some separation. Once again, I want to remind all of our listeners that WCBN fundraiser is currently in full swing on our last day here, February 18th. So we ask that all of our faithful listeners out there that enjoy listening to us as much as we enjoy giving you guys content, so please call the number 734-763-3500 and donate whatever you can, whatever you feel is right. We got a lot of nice thank you gifts out there to be handed out as well for some certain donations, and we appreciate every dollar that can be spent towards this wonderful radio station.
Now the Wolverines back in action on offense. It's Rockman. He drives against Wesson, pulls up over top of Caleb Wesson. Good job with the mismatch there.
Yeah, maybe not initially what I would have thought was the best shot selection, but late in games, I guess Rockman seems to enter another level with his one-on-one game.
Now Tate going against Robinson. Spin move to the layup. With the lefty layup, it's good.
Jayshawn Tate certainly is a special player, and with his 3 years at Ohio State, with his size, he's still able to be extra crafty and creative in the lane, using the spin move to perfection on that play.
Wolverines lead still at 7. Rockman pump fakes the 3, gives it to Matthews. Double teamed, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Buckeyes.
Ohio State possession.
Yeah, forcing a pass in there to the free throw line. Matthews got quickly surrounded by a group of 3 Buckeyes and wasn't able to recover from that. Jordan Poole going to check in now for Jerron Simmons, and we'll see if he can add to his first half total of 12 and get Wolverines another spark.
Also checking in for the Buckeyes is Bates Diop, as it's Tate bringing the ball up for Ohio State. Met by Matthews. Swings it to Young. Young looking down low to Diop. Wolverines reverse the ball to Dockage. Gets it down low to Tate. Versus Matthews. Looking nowhere to go with Teskey. Drops it off to Young. Young's layup no good. It's going to be out of bounds off the Buckeyes.
Great hard work there from Charles Matthews and John Teskey in the lane there, not giving anything easy. And it looks like we're going to have an overturn from the sideline ref, who was what looks like in a much worse, farther away position to make that call, but he's going to say confidently that he needs to overturn this and give the ball to the Buckeyes.
Now Dockage gets it in to Williams. Diop with the 3 over Robinson, knocks that down, and that could be a big-time call.
Costly call there for the Wolverines. Replay up on the screen here in Crisler seemed to show that it was off of the Buckeyes, but ref sticking to his guns nonetheless.
The way Rockman, Poole reverses to Matthews in the corner, tries to dump it to Teskey, but it's going to be stolen the other way. Dockage in transition against Poole. No good, as it's tapped out by Young. Buckeyes try another 3, no good. Rebound Teskey.
A blessing miss there from Diop, as an offensive rebound off the Dockage miss led to another open Diop 3. So crisis averted there for the Wolverines, but it's crucial that they get a bucket here on this possession, leading by 4.
Rockman trying to get some offense going for the Wolverines as he goes against Tate. Kicks it out to Matthews, wide open for 3. That one hits front of the rim. Rebound, Williams.
Yeah, short there from straight away, wondering how his legs are underneath him, getting a lot of good, hard-fought minutes on defense.
As he battles on defense against Tate right now, but he's going to be called for a foul. Tate in the shooting motion. Go to the line.
Yeah, that'll be Charles Matthews' 3rd, so with 8 minutes left, we'll see what Beeline does, if he does go to the bench or if he trusts his transfer from Kentucky to stay in there and be up, but able to maintain his good position and not draw any more fouls.
Wolverines still up by 4, but it seems like this is a game of scoring droughts, as now the Wolverines haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Just back and forth.
Yeah, definitely a game of many around 5-point, 4-point, 6-point runs, it seems like, for both teams. There's been 8 lead changes thus far, 4 ties, and everything on the stat sheet pretty even, besides for the 3-point field goals. Michigan takes it's kind of a good, regardless of their struggles from behind the arc, but something that you'd like to see them either pick up the shooting or pounding the ball inside a little more to avoid any more of these shooting woes.
Yeah, and the Wolverines very happy that Rockman has, really picked it up in the second half. As Wagner's been quiet, sitting on the bench. He hasn't done much in the second half, but the Wolverines are going to need him to step up along with Rockman.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think Rockman and Wagner are going to be the keys on the offensive side of the ball, but Matthews has looked to assert some dominance inside the key, and if that can continue, that's going to be an important weapon for Michigan, because that should open up the 3-point line a bit of it. Regardless of their struggles thus far, you still got to take advantage of those open threes that you can get late in games, because Michigan is definitely a team that can catch fire, as they have in the past against teams like Purdue and Maryland late in second halves, to pull them back into games and pull them away late to large leads. Under timeout. Continuing here, Michigan leading by 4, 55-51 with 7:53 remaining. Ohio State has 17 fouls, so done a good job since getting themselves into the bonus of not fouling the Wolverines, and Michigan still with 5 fouls, so 2 more, and Ohio State will be in the bonus.
One thing you mentioned earlier is Ohio State winning the rebound battle. They have 9 more rebounds than the Wolverines, and Michigan should be pretty happy to be up for losing the rebounding battle by that much. As you said, with bigger lineup down low than the Buckeyes, it's something you need to be more aggressive on the glass.
Yeah, need to use their bodies a little bit better. I think guys are getting lost in the shuffle on the rotation in the defensive end, leaving that weak side open for offensive rebounds. So Mo and Teskey and a lot of the bigger guys like Matthews and Duncan are going to have to crash on every single defensive possession, regardless of where they are on the floor, because you never know with what bounces can happen in this crazy game of basketball. You need to be in the right position at the right time.
Now as Tate goes the line for 2, the Wolverines have in Simpson, Poole, Rockman, Robinson, and Wagner as he misses the first.
Yeah, Wolverines actually maintaining a 9 percentage point advantage at the free throw line, something they're not accustomed to.
Tate hits the second to bring Ohio State within 3, just under 8 minutes remaining.
Simpson, Rockman, Poole, Robinson, and Wagner on the floor for Michigan.
Rockman hands it off to Robinson. Dribble handoff to Poole. Poole on the right wing tries to kick it down low to Wagner. It's going to be a kick ball on Ohio State.
I still like the aggressiveness there. Poole's one that's always looking to try to get those good looks down low. A good heads-up play there by Diop to, close up that passing lane, but it did yield a kick ball.
Now 15 seconds on the shot clock. Simpson reverses it to Rockman. Right side of the court. Pulls up for a long 3. That one's no good. Rebound to Wesson.
Another shot there from Rockman. Early in the shot clock, crowd a little quiet, and glass and nothing else, not something that the rest of your team wants to see.
Dockage driving against Simpson. His layup's no good. Rebound Robinson. Strong with the ball. Outlets it to Simpson in transition. Simpson up over Wesson and gets it.
Yeah, close call there. I think most of the stadium thought he was going to either toss it up or dish it off to Jordan Poole, but smartly, I think, deciding to lay it in himself.
Tate gets into the lane, kicks it out to Dockage, who gets it down low to Young, has it rejected by Wagner, but it stays with Ohio State. There's going to be a foul as Tate's down low on the block.
Yeah, Wagner putting in great minutes down low on that possession, yielding 1 block and a couple of just forced kickouts, but not a lot of bodies down low for the Wolverines to corral those rebounds, so Ohio State will get another chance after that Wolverine foul, bringing them to 6. So 1 more, and we're going to see the Buckeyes shooting 1-1 at the line.
That will be Rockman's second foul. So Isaiah Livers checks in for Duncan Robinson. And Tate just tosses the ball away. He was trying to toss it in over the defender to Young, but it just bounced out of bounds. It looked like no one was really prepared for that.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking for Kyle Young to cut up towards the left wing, but a little miscommunication there, and Tate just throws it away. Wolverines will take that every day of the week.
Wolverines up 5. Poole hands it off to Rockman. 20 seconds on the shot clock. He drives left, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Poole. Quick release on the 3. Jordan Poole for 3.
That is a huge shot. One that, upon elevation, did not believe was the best shot for the Wolverines, but Poole seems to be a guy that feeds off of those tough situations and wants that spotlight.
But down low, there's going to be a foul on Livers as Diop is able to draw the foul down low. He'll get 2.
Ohio State's done a good job on every big basket by Michigan of keeping their heads and trying to get the ball down low as soon as possible in their next possession to either draw a foul or get a good look at a layup, kind of catching Michigan celebrating a little bit there.
Bates Diop hits the first.
Yeah, this second would match the Wolverines' team free throw totals. Both teams would be 10 of 16.
Misses the second, but he gets his own rebound. Floater in the paint. No good. Rebound Wagner.
Big miss there.
Simpson slows it down on offense for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it's important the Wolverines keep their head, make sure that every possession is a good one.
Simpson going against Young, gets into the paint, goes up for the reverse layup. No good, but he is fouled.
Great hesitation dribble there by Xavier Simpson. Using his elusiveness to squeak through that tiny window underneath the basket in the baseline and almost yielding an and one. That ball barely bounced out off the front of the rim. We'll see if he can shake off his free throw shooting woes here, as he'll have most of Crisler Center, I can imagine, behind him.
Rattles in the first. They get a 61-53 Wolverines lead as Cam Williams checks in for Young after that foul.
Squeaks it in over the front of the rim with that nice shooter's touch. Never a doubt, some might say.
Crowd quiet for a second. That one rattles in as well. Simpson now has 11.
That shooter's touch coming into play once again. Keepers for 4 of 6 from the line in this game.
Wolverines up 9. CJ Jackson now on offense. Now to Tate. Bates Diop. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Guarded by Livers. Tries to poke it away, but they're going to call a foul.
Just about to comment on the great work that Rockman's been doing denying the ball to Jason Tate, who's been yelling for it in the post, but refs finally deciding that the contact was too much, and now Tate was going to head to the line, who's been really the Wolverine killer thus far. 16 points, 13 rebounds, shooting 7 of 12 from the field, but misses that first free throw there.
Wagner corrals the rebound. Wolverines now have a chance to make this a double-digit lead. Simpson gets screened from Wagner, hands it off to Rockman. Rockman on the right wing, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbling against Wesson, gets to the rim, one rattles out, but there's going to be a foul on Andre Wesson.
Yeah, Livers did a good job there on the weak side when Rockman went up for that left-handed layup, trying to fight for position and ultimately earned himself a call that I think the ref was paying particularly close attention to. So he's going to head to the line now to shoot 2, I believe, for the Wolverines, if I'm not mistaken, unless they have already updated the foul total.
Now the ref.
Looks like it must be a 1-and-1 if they're allowing the substitution before the first free throw.
Duncan Robinson will check back in for the Wolverines.
Ref asking Duncan to help fix the net on the other side of the court before checking in. Crowd gives him a little hand for that.
Livers unable to make his foul shot.
Free throws proving very, very large for both teams here, as Ohio State's missed 8 and the Wolverines have missed 7.
Jackson gives it to Williams. Williams dumps it down to Diop against Livers. Kicks it out to Jackson. Now in the corner to Williams. Puts up the 3. That one's long. Rebound by Poole.
4 Wolverines in the paint there for that defensive rebound. Very important.
Simpson kicks it to Wagner. Thought about the 3. Instead, drives against Caleb Wesson. Kicks it out to Simpson. Simpson working against Tate.
Simpson looking for Mo to dive down, but
Simpson drives. Reverse layup. No good. Simpson hits the deck. It's the Buckeyes the other way.
Looked like there was a cap on the basket on that one.
And somehow Jackson is able to find Williams in the corner for 3, but his shot rattles in and out. But it goes out of bounds off the Wolverines. Will stay with Ohio State.
Many close calls there and back-to-back plays. Don't know how Xavier Simpson's reverse layup found its way out of the basket there, but The break was returned as Cam Williams' three on the other end rattled out. Andre Wesson will look to check back in for the Buckeyes here.
For Cam Williams, also Robinson finally gets into the game. Livers will sit down.
Previous plays under further review for a timing error.
So now the refs will go to the scorer's table to check the clock after the ball went out of bounds to make sure they have the clock set to the right time. Wolverines lead 62-53. The clock says 4 minutes remaining in the game.
Inning for plays and come up with a defensive plan to stop the Wolverines in the second half. Once again, before we get back into the play here, we want to remind everybody listening on the 88.3 FM Ann Arbor airwaves that the WCBN fundraiser is ending today, so we recommend and ask politely that you guys please donate to the best of your ability to this fundraiser by calling in to 734-763-3500 and give any amounts that you are able to this wonderful radio station that we work for and love so much.
And at 3, we'll be signing off the airways on 88.3. But to catch the end of this exciting game, go on to WCBN Sports YouTube channel to catch the rest of Michigan basketball versus Ohio State. So now the Wolverines up 62-53, just under 4 Buckeyes on offense.
Mo in another battle with Weston at the top of the key this time.
Now Poole thought he got a push off from Williams, but Williams gets up his own shot and rebound, and now Poole's going to be called for a foul.
I think Poole getting a little ahead of himself there, trying to get into any and every passing lane that he can.
Now media timeout on the floor. Buckeyes will have another chance to draw up a play and get on the board. They're over their last 8 from the field. 0 points in the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, once again, just to reiterate, like Emily said, at 3 o'clock, we will unfortunately be signing off of the 88.3 airwaves. But we do recommend, if you'd like to catch the end of this exciting rivalry game here at Crisler Center, to go to WCBNsports.org or YouTube.com/WCBNsports to catch the rest of our broadcast of this exciting game. At 3 o'clock, we will be moving to another broadcast by another wonderful WCBN radio DJ.
Wolverines looking to close out this upset, but they still have 4 minutes to battle away with the Buckeyes. They're up 62-53 over the number 8 Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, great signature win this would be for the Wolverines to help their placement in what seems to be their locking spot in the NCAA tournament. I would like to think of at this point, barring a disaster to end this season and a sputtering out in the Big Ten tournament, you'd have to think the Wolverines had secured the spot, but they could be anywhere, opinion, I think, from a 4 or 5 seed, depending on how deep they get in the Big Ten tournament, to an 8 seed. So there's going to be a lot determined in these last 3 regular season and in turn the Big Ten tournament games that the Wolverines will be playing them.
As we saw last season, though, it seems like the Wolverines excel under pressure late in the season, especially in the Big Ten tournament run that resulted in them, being the Big Ten tournament champions. Beeline knows how to get his team really rolling when it matters most. We'll see if he can have that continue this afternoon at Crisler against rivals Ohio State.
Yeah, it's definitely a signature of Beeline that seems like he's able to inspire his players down the stretch in the most important games of the season. So we'll see if this group of guys is no different than the others and see if they can make a similar run. Hopefully it won't require a near disaster like the Plain skidding off the runway last year, but whatever it takes to get these guys going, we'll see if Beeline can make it happen. long media timeout here. Ohio State, like I said, with 1 timeout remaining, so needing to draw up as many plays in advance as they can with 3:38 remaining here in the second half. Both teams now with 19 fouls, so the next foul will yield 2 shots on either end for either team. I mentioned that Ohio State hasn't scored in the last 2:30, but Wolverines have also not made a field goal or point in the last 2:10. So since the 6-minute mark, we've been locked at 62-53, and as the teams make their ways from the benches, we'll see if this will be broken up.
The fans get loud as Derek Walton Jr. is in attendance for this afternoon's game, along with Karis LeVert.
That's 2 very welcoming faces here, and Walton leading the Wolverines through their run, as Emily discussed, in the Big Ten tournament last year.
C.J. Jackson misses his foul shot.
Huge miss there from Jackson.
Now Simpson running the offense for the Wolverines. Guarded by Tate. Gives it up to Rockman. Rockman gets a screen from Wagner. Top of the key to Matthews. Kicks it back out to Rockman. Rockman pulls up for 3. That's good.
Perfect spacing there from the Wolverines. Matthews collapsing into the key to draw a couple defenders, leaving Rockman wide open at the top of the key. A shot that he has rarely missed late in games this year.
Now the Wolverines up 12 over the Buckeyes with just under 3 remaining in the game. As Diop forces his way to the basket for 2. Good strong move by the Buckeye.
Another immediate response down low by the Buckeyes after a big Michigan 3. Diop taking advantage of his size advantage over the slower, I would say, Duncan Robinson.
Now Matthews against Tate. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it out to Robinson. Who gives it back to Matthews. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Matthews drives. Puts up the ready layup. Has it blocked. And it's the other way. It's Tate in transition for Ohio State.
Ohio State pushing it here. A Diop 3 short.
Long rebound to Simpson. He throws it up to Wagner. Wagner in transition is fouled. Count it. And 1. He'll go to the back line.
Not really sure what C.J. Jackson is thinking there. He looks like Mo is going to have a clear path to the basket. Tried to swipe the ball away there, but ended up just slapping the double the size Mo Wagner on the hip, and Wagner was able to lay in the easy layup, and now a chance for an 8-1 on the other end.
Now the Wolverines are in the double bonus. Next time they're fouled, they'll get 2 shots.
Mo will look to extend the Wolverines' lead to 13 now. So here a pin drop here in Crisler Center for this free throw.
Wagner shot is up and in. Wolverines up 13. Just 2 minutes remaining in the game.
Fans getting on their feet here, making it as difficult as they can for this Buckeye offense.
Tate, now Dockage dumps it down to Diop. Physical defense by Matthews, double team Wagner. He kicks it out to Wesson, to Dockage, reversal, down low to Tate. Tate is fouled by Wagner. That'll be an and 1 opportunity.
I wish I could see this replay again. It certainly looked like Jayshawn Tate had his off right hand fully extended when he elevated for that layup to, push away his defender that was challenging that shot in Mo Wagner, but refs thought otherwise and gave him the foul call right away.
And he misses it. And Wagner with the rebound, but Wagner picked up his 4th foul.
Yes,
that questionable call.
In the words of Rasheed Wallace, he may have said the ball don't lie after that last free throw.
Simpson gets a wide open lane to the basket. Simpson with 2 puts the Wolverines up by 13. Buckeyes gotta get something on this possession, but they're called for offensive foul.
Everybody on their feet here at Crisler Center. Loud, rowdy, bringing all of their energy after Duncan Robinson showed great footwork and energy at the top of the key, forcing Diop to push him off in order to receive the basketball. Not going to get away with that one right in front of the referee. We're going to head back the other way. Wolverines will inbound 13 with 1:16 left, barring, I think, what could be some free throw woes. We'll see if the Wolverines can wrap this one up.
And now there's a timeout on the floor by Ohio State as the Wolverines lead 70-57, 1:16 remaining. And as you said, Duncan Robinson, great defense that led to that offensive foul. Robinson not known for his defense for the Wolverines, but he came out big there. Hopefully the nail in the coffin for the Wolverines. The crowd really into it, getting the "You Suck" chant in, which doesn't usually happen at basketball games.
Yeah, I think the band making an exception here, considering the rival that we're facing on the other side. But yeah, like you said, Duncan Robinson, not usually known for his defense. I think feeding off the energy from this crowd and from his teammates who are giving their foremost effort on both sides of the ball. And it may have been a little bit of a makeup call, but I think it was clear that Diop pushed off in receiving that pass, and the ref wasn't going to let him get away with it.
Here this afternoon on senior night, both the seniors in Rothman and Robinson have come up big after Robinson's great defense on that last play. And Rothman with 15 on the afternoon. After starting out slow, he's been great the second half.
Yes, no question about it. And logging 37 of the 39 total minutes that have been played in this game. So Rothman's been giving every drop of his energy on his senior night. I don't think that's any coincidence that Beeline has kept him on the floor, as he has given so much to this university and to this fan base over his 4 years.
As he dribbles the ball up now for Michigan. Wolverines going to try to milk the clock here as he is fouled by Wesson.
Rothman did a good job of milking as much clock as he could.
And that will be his fifth foul. He'll head out as Rothman will get 2 attempts at the line.
Definitely who Wolverines would prefer at the line. We'll see if he can stay true to his near 90% free throw shooting percentage.
Hits the first. Cam Williams now in for the Buckeyes.
Second free throw on the way.
Knocks that one down. Puts the Wolverines up by 15.
Looking like the Wolverines are going to be able to round this one up, which if they do, it'll shake up the Big Ten standings. That a lot has been going on lately. Michigan State avoiding disaster against Northwestern yesterday. So if Michigan can pull this out, they will remain the only 2-loss team in the Big Ten atop it.
Diop hits a 3 in the face of Robinson. Wolverines still up 12. 45 seconds remaining. Some full court pressure by the Buckeyes. Wolverines get it over the timeline. Simpson finds Matthews all alone down low. Couldn't handle the pass. Now Robinson up top, and he is fouled by Williams.
Good ball movement there, making sure to keep everything moving laterally, make defenders make decisions and which guys to pick up, and it's resulted in a good amount of time being leaked off the clock, as well as a couple of free throws here for Duncan Robinson.
Robinson looking for the icing on the cake as the Wolverines up 12. He hits the first.
Never a doubt on that one. Didn't come close to hitting the ring.
Hits the second one as well. Now Isaiah Livers will check in.
Michigan leads 74-60 here. 34 seconds left. Looking like it's going to take a miracle, and Duncan Robinson will leave to the bench to get a little ovation from the crowd on his last game here at Crisler Center.
Buckeyes trying to get one more score as Tate gets the basket. Buckeyes still with some full court pressure. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Wolverines will be able to dribble it out.
As they will not foul, Wolverines will hold the ball, and they're called traveling on Jordan Poole because he picked up his dribble and continued to walk. But I think it might have been for the reason in order to get Rockman able to check out of this game and get a little love from this Crisler faithful.
And they'll put in Deron Simmons, grad transfer. We'll put him in for senior night, the last seconds of this game. The Wolverines up 12. They will complete the upset victory over the Buckeyes, 74-62, here with a sold-out crowd. Maze out at Crisler.
Good pull, and looks like the roof may come off this one as the time runs out on the Buckeyes' hopes of a victory. Wolverines going to take this one home, 74-62, a much-needed, hard-fought, hard-nosed victory for the Wolverines.
Thank you for listening to WCBN's broadcast of Michigan basketball. But before we sign off, real quick, Cody, who is your player of the game as the Wolverines are able to upset their biggest rival and have a signature win going into March?
I'm going to go with Muhammad Ali Abdur-Rahman on his senior night, logging, a hard work 38 minutes on the court in a physical game. Had to be exhausted, but never really showed it. He struggled from the field going 5 of 13, but got the big baskets down the stretch. Was always a guy that, maintained going downhill, tried to get the ball moving towards the basket. And, I think he proved that those are the kind of games that he's been giving to this faithful throughout his 4 years here in his career. And I think D-Line was appreciative of that, and I know all the fans here at Crisler were as well.
With that great win by the Wolverines, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to WCBN Sports. I'm Emily Herard. With me is Cody McKay, and we'll leave you with a good night and a Go Blue.